two lineups here.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Show those guys too.
Yep. Yep.
certificates and emails guaranteed public access of the process. Thank you.
He's down there.
Okay, thank you.
Rich boys and burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's on that.
What?
So Mike's on this one.
Well, you didn't have to do that.
It's just double pepperoni cheese. And then this is for Rex. Man, get my water. I'll get you one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's for you. I just give me a.
Thanks, Kate. Appreciate it.
for the 6th annual Parents Classic. And tonight's the opening ceremony of the 2025 Blackfield Parents Classic Baseball Tournament. We are excited that we have 16 teams representing 5 different states. So now we're going to introduce each of the teams and ask them to take their place on the ball field. First of all, our hosts, the Post 22 Hardhats. Our other host, the Post 3 Toy Stars. And also representing that state, Post 22, 18 U team. We have a team from Cody, Wyoming. Miles City, Montana. Post 406, 17 U team, also from Montana. Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. Sheridan, Wyoming. Laramie, Wyoming. Sturgis, South Dakota. Huron, South Dakota. Chadron, Nebraska. Grand Junction, Colorado. Alliance, Nebraska. Pierre, South Dakota. The National East, Gary, Nebraska. As our last team to make their way onto the diamond, we would ask everyone now to stand as we prepare for the honoring of America, the singing of the national anthem, and tonight the state and national flags are presented by the Post 22 Honor Guard. So please stand as they present the colors for our national anthem. We would ask that you remove your hats. Active and retired military, we encourage you to render the appropriate salutes. As we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, sang tonight by Mr. Blake Benson.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight streaming, and the rockets ran to the air, the bombs bursting there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to our honor and Blake for that additional national record. At this time, we'd like to introduce our you a very special guest tonight. We're introducing our ceremonial first pitches. Please welcome to the field Rapid City Mayor Jason Solomon. Mayor Solomon brought a wide range of duties and speeches, including being veteran of the U.S. Air Force, serving as Vice President at Black Hills Federal Credit Union, and serving as Executive Pastor at Fountain Springs Church. In June of 2023, he was elected Mayor of Rapid City, South Dakota. Fueled by a desire to serve the community, Jason was twice elected to the Rapid City Common Council and served as council president from 2017 to 2018. In addition, he's been engaged in numerous civic, ministry, and nonprofit initiatives and boards of directors throughout the Rapid City area. Born in West Texas, Mayor Solomon moved to Rapid City in the late 1980s. He was locally educated, attending Canyon Lake Elementary, Western Stevens High School, and Black Hills State University. In addition, he's a graduate of Relevant Leadership, Rapid City, and Leadership South Dakota programs. He joined the Air Force in 1996 and has held command while he was stationed in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Following his military service, he returned to Rapid City to plant their roots, raise their family, and build their life together. Glenn currently works as a nurse and they are blessed with 2 adult children who are both happily married. Mayor Solomon is living proof that Rapid City is where possibility lives. As mayor, he is driven to help our community give you a better place to raise a family, grow a business, and live the American dream. Welcome, Mayor Jason Solomon.
Well, welcome to all the players here, all the teams. Congratulations for being here. We're so excited to be hosting this great tournament. We're really proud to be able to honor our veteran community. I would just love to see a show of hands if you're a veteran in the crowd today so that we can acknowledge you. God bless you all for your service, and those of you who are active duty, also thank you, as well as all the families of our service members. We're so very proud and grateful for each and every one of you. So today, we get to honor a couple of veterans, and I get to read their bios, and we'll show our deep appreciation for them. We're going to begin with Brigadier General Mike Oster. Brigadier General, Retired General Mike Oster served 36 years in the United States Army through his service in the South Dakota Army National Guard. General Oster is a combat veteran, serving in both Operations Iraqi Freedom in Kuwait and Iraq, and Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. General Oster's awards include the Distinguished Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, Army and Air Force Commendation Medals, and numerous other awards and decorations. General Oster is a motivational speaker, best-selling author, and local business owner. He has previously served as an elected official and continues to serve on several volunteer boards both locally and at the national level. General Oster is married to Joe, and they have 4 grown children and 4 grandchildren. 4 children and 4 grandchildren. I can't believe that. And what I love about General Oster, I happen to know him personally, this is his common phrase, is you make excellent the average in your life. So make excellence the average in your life. That's pretty inspirational. So please join me in a round of applause in honoring Mike Oster. Now we're going to have the next person. We're going to come over here. I don't want to fall thrown at him. Not ready for that. Major Alexander Parsons. Major Parsons is the commander of the 28th Security Forces Squadron at Ellsworth Air Force Base, South Dakota. Major Parsons leads 240 defenders, providing a full-spectrum force protection and law enforcement operations for 7,800 military members, civilians, and dependents, as well as the Air Force's largest combat B-1 bomber fleet, MQ-9 command, control operations, and conventional munitions. The squadron also maintains rapidly deployable combat-ready security forces personnel, postures to support bomb task force, and air expeditionary force missions forward operating bases around the globe. Major Parsons entered the Air Force Reserve Training Corps at Ohio University and was commissioned in May of 2013. He has served in various security forces positions throughout a typical security forces squadron in locations from Montana to Kansas and the United Kingdom to Turkey and others to finally land at Ellsworth Air Force Base. Major Parsons is married to his lovely wife, Casey, and they have a beautiful daughter, Grace. So congratulations to Major Parsons.
Let's see one more last hand for all of our veterans and all 16 of our teams that are participating in the veteran classes.
Alright, we are back with a cool opening ceremony to kick off the 2025 Veterans Classic, where all the teams that are participating here in this tournament, they all come out to the field and show some support, and then Rhapsody Mayor Jason Solomon come out, spoke some words, and then 2 veterans came out to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. So a very cool sight to see. We also did have the color guard came out as well. That was also a really cool sight to see. And then a flyover as well. Personally, my favorite. Airplanes and helicopters are really cool. So that's what happened there for the opening ceremony. As we get closer to game time here between the post-22 Hardhats and post-8 Pierre. So we have the lineups here ready to go, as they're just going to get their arms warmed up a little bit after coming away with the 5-0 win over Laramie just a few minutes ago. So the starting lineup is going to be from 1 to 9. At third baseman, Aiden Roberts is going to be your leadoff man. At second, center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. At second base, hitting third in the lineup, number 18, Wyatt Reeder, followed by, he was playing right field last game, back to left field, number 27, Kane McLeod. Hitting fifth in the lineup, at designated hitter, number 22, Jace Morgan. At right field, hitting number 6, number 23, Carter Johnson. First baseman hitting 7th, number 25, Dexter Steen. And then we have followed playing catcher number 20, Brody Thompson at the number 8 in the lineup. And at number 9, number 11, shortstop Blaine Hunt. And the starting pitcher for the Post 22 Hardhats is number 17, Declan Mickley. And what a great story that was. Back the last games here, Casper was in town. He made his first game back since having Tommy John surgery. And running through his stats, he threw for 5 innings. He had a 1-0 record, 7 strikeouts with 0 walks, with zeros all across the board for ERA and a .4 for WHIP. So that's what it'll look like for the last game there. We'll take a short break and we'll get these guys all warmed up and we'll be back. Do you need the other one? The hard hats? We got it. Perfect. Thank you. Yep. Alright, so after announcing the Post 22 Hardhats lineup, we'll go through here for the Post 8 Pierre lineup. So from 1 to 9, their left fielder Carter Cephalin at the number 1 order. Hitting second, right fielder number 6, Sutton Sonnenshine. Third in the lineup, catcher number 21, Charlie Simpson. Followed hitting in the number 4 spot, we have shortstop number 8, Dawson Getz. Hitting in the 5 spot, first baseman number 27, Cooper Terwilger. And third baseman, we have number 14 hitting 6, number 14, Grayson Hunsley. Followed by center fielder hitting 7, number 17, Porter Hunsley. And then in the number 8 lineup, number 9, second baseman, Parker O'Brien. And hitting in the number 9 spot, the designated hitter for Pierre, number 4, Nolan Peterson. And their starting pitcher, number 47, Ridge Limebach. So that's what the starters look like for Pierre and Post 22. We'll run through here for some MLB scores after Game 1. There were some games currently, it's a rain delay, and some games that were going on. So Phillies and Pirates, they were in a rain delay at the start of the game. They're currently in the top of the 4th inning, tied at 2 apiece. Both teams having 4 hits, with Bailey Falter being the pitcher for the Phillies. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Yankees currently have a 6-run lead over the Red Sox, 7-1. Diamondbacks and the Reds still tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers hold a 2-1 lead over the Cubs in the top of the 8th inning. Houston Astros are defeating the Cleveland Guardians of a score of 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Royals White Sox tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Padres up 1-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers at the end of the 3rd inning. Minnesota Twins up 3-0 over the Toronto Blue Jays at the end of the 3rd, and the Dodgers and Cardinals still in a rain delay, and the Mets and Rockies are 0-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. And then one more final score, the Washington Nationals shut out the Texas Rangers of a score of 2-0. And then with some later games going on at 7:38, Seattle Mariners take on the Los Angeles Angels in Anaheim, California. And then at 8:05, we have the Baltimore Orioles going to Sacramento, California to play the Athletics. And then one last game at 8:15, it's the Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants in Oracle Park. So that's what the games, current games, and final games are looking like there for the MLB. And we also have the Game 2 of the NHL going on right now. I believe the puck drop is going on about right now. Currently, got to get the score here. But Game 2, Edmonton Oilers have a 1-0 series lead. It's already first period, 4:27 in. The Edmonton Oilers have a 3-2 lead. This is going to be a high-scoring series. Evan Bouchard, Leon Draisaitl, and Evander Kane scoring for the Oilers. Seth Jones and Sam Bennett for the Florida Panthers. So that's what it's looking like for hockey. And then Game 2 of the NBA Finals happen tomorrow at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Pacers, who won 111-110 last night. So Oklahoma City came in ranked number 1, and Indiana, who came in ranked at number 4. So that's what the seeding looks like there, as the boys in the outfield for both Pierre and Hardhats both getting in their final, or getting in some warm-up throws after opening ceremonies was just done. Looks like Rexy Steen's got the Guardians game going on right now.
I do.
So
Gabriel Arias just hit a double, and we got the Big Christmas, as they call him. John Kunze Noel is up to the plate.
Alrighty, so Guardians fanatic for all the Steen's family. So there's that
Big
going.
fans.
Big fans, he says. So that's kind of what we got going on right now. Rickson, how'd you like the opening ceremonies?
It was pretty cool, but pretty boring. I mean, we had to stand down there, but once everything got going, it was pretty fun.
I would say my favorite part was the flyover.
Yeah, I
thought
think they
that
were
was
a little
really cool.
delayed on that, but
Yeah.
I still got here.
The flyover was cool. The first pitches for the veterans was really cool. The color guard was everything about it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
So really interesting for that. So let's see. Games going on tomorrow for the MLB, Saturday, June 7th. I got some early games at 11:10. The Chicago Cubs taking on the Detroit Tigers. And it has a theme. Well, this one's interesting. Minnesota Twins, Toronto Blue Jays at 12:10. It says tickets are as low as $12. That's pretty crazy.
Probably going to be packed.
Probably, and it is in Minneapolis, so that's a good deal.
It would make sense, though, 12 p.m. game.
Right, early game, cheap deals. Dodgers and Cardinals at 12:15, followed by Phillies Pirates at 2:05, as well as Rangers Nationals, Braves Giants at 2:05 tomorrow, Diamondbacks Reds at 2:10, Guardians and Astros at 2:10, Marlins Rays 2:10, Royals White Sox, and then at 5:35 Red Sox Yankees, Padres Brewers, and then at 7:38 Mariners Angels, 7:40 Mets Rockies, and a late game with the Baltimore Orioles and the Athletics going on at 8:05. So those are the upcoming games for tomorrow night, June 7th. We'll look into some stats here. So the batting leaders in the MLB, Aaron Judge at a .392 batting average. He leads the league, followed by Freddie Freeman at a .363, tied with Athletics Jacob Wilson at .363, and then Guardians Jose Ramirez sitting at a .330, and then at fifth, Dodgers Will Smith at .327. Pitching leaders with the most wins. We have two Yankees players up here, Max Fried and Carlos Rodon. Max Fried, there we go. Both having 8 wins. Robbie Ray and Hunter Brown having 8 as well. And then Brandon Pafat of Arizona has 7. Most home runs so far, Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners has 24 home runs, followed by Shohei Ohtani at 23, Aaron Judge at 21, Phillies Kyle Schwarber has 19, and then Arizona's Corbin Carroll at 18. Best ERA is Kansas City's Chris Bubic at a 1.43 ERA. Bubic, there. Look at that. I could get the hockey names down, but it's just the baseball name. So I'm glad you're helping me out. And then we have former Red Sox here, because I know this. Nathan Eovaldi with Texas at a 1.56 ERA, and then Max Fried. There we go. I got it right.
Let's see if we can get this 5th one right.
Let's see. We got. Oh, I know. Garrett Crochet.
Oh, he's on Boston. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Crochet at 5th with a 1.98, and then Hunter Brown 1.83. Most RBIs, Pete Alonso has 55, and then my Rafael Devers has 54. Is it Seiya Suzuki?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the Cubs has 53. Another Cub on there, Pete Crow Armstrong with 53, and Aaron Judge at 50.
You know, Rafael Devers starting the season.
He was rough.
0 for 15 with 50, or 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts.
Well, start of the year, Red Sox weren't looking very. I mean, they're right now probably going to be a 500 team, so which is okay. We haven't been great since obviously we traded away Mookie Betts.
And Big Poppy's gone and retired.
Never forget Big Poppy, man.
Can't forget the World Series where they were down 3-0 and came back.
That's one of the greatest stories ever. So moving on, we have saves. San Diego's Robert Suarez has 19. Kansas City's Carlos Estevez with 18, followed by Washington's Kyle Finnegan. Munoz 17 and Josh Hader with 18. So got some of that. Moving on, another former Red Sox, Chris Sale, in there for top 5 in strikeouts for the league. Hits, my boy Jaron Duran. He's up there, one of the fastest guys.
Look who's right below him.
Yeah, your boy Jose Ramirez. But Paul Skeens, he's got some quality starts there, so pretty
And
interesting.
Moran almost just fell off of the pocket.
Uh-oh.
He started tumbling back, saved himself.
You don't want to hurt one of your pitchers, so.
Especially after that performance last
I know,
night.
yeah. You don't want to get hurt after that. So, again, as they get closer and closer here for game time, we do not have an exact start. It'll just be here in a few more minutes. So, Declan Mickley, left-handed pitcher for the Post 22 Hardhats, will get the start tonight, and it's Ridge Linebach for the Post 8 Pierre. So, what do you want to talk about? We got some time to kill here.
First off, shout out Ryan Negebauer. Great performance last game. Goes in there, complete game shutout. I mean, gives up a double to start the inning. Gives up a double to start the inning. Guy gets over to first or third. He got first and third, nobody out. Strikes the guy out. Gets the double play, ends the game. And just great performance.
Yeah, he played really well. You weren't up here, but I said that if we were to vote on a player of game, I said it would be Ryan Negebauer, and I said you would have agreed. So Negebauer
I do
played.
agree.
Yeah.
2 pitchers in a row, but I mean, kind of hard to beat it when they're pitching like that. I mean, gave up 2 hits,
Right.
no runs, complete game. You have to give it to him.
Yeah. So it looks like manager Calvin Torvey meeting with the manager, or not managers, with the umpires down at home plate. Maybe
Home plate, we got Mike Deming tonight. I don't know the names of the 2 others.
there we go. Know your umpires.
Yep.
Rixie, there you go.
Oh, well, he called me out last night. I went for a bunt, and apparently my foot fully came out of the box, so my foot was like fully behind the plate, and he called me out, but
That's not good.
it's alright.
Let's talk things over. Let's see. Who is in number 1 in the MLB for standings? Let's see.
I think it's a Mets.
Is it? That's good. Lead.
Overall, oh yeah. Whoa, Tigers getting hot right now.
Yeah, Tigers at 41 wins.
Talk about the AL Central.
Yeah, you got what?
One,
You got White Sox,
2, 3,
Tigers.
4 teams in the top 10.
Wow.
So all 4 besides the, obviously,
What are my
Chicago
Red
White
Sox
Sox, but-
doing up there? I don't know. I think this is just AL.
Oh yeah, that is AL.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Tigers still have the most, 41.
Mhm.
Who's got the lead? Oh, that's a dumb question. Who's got the least runs? Oops. And the White Sox, after coming off of a disastrous season last year. All right.
Yep.
So it looks like they are off and underway. So we're ready to go here for some baseball action. Game 2 of the doubleheader here between the Hardhats and Pierre. So Mickley back on the mound, just his 2nd game this year, and he pitched in that game Sunday, the last game before the Veterans Classic. First game back since Tommy John surgery. Throws an impressive, outstanding game. 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, no walks, no runs against. He's got a .4 whip, so he's just ready to go. The lefty, Brody Thompson, who is the catcher today after Josh Elder got game 1 of the doubleheader, and nothing much changes from there. Carter Johnson, who was rested in game 1 of the doubleheader, he's back in right field. McLeod switches back to his usual spot in left field, and
One's back at short.
yep, and then Jace Morgan's at DH, so just kind of some fluctuating around,
So pretty much same lineup as last night.
pretty much. So it'll be really exciting to see Declan Mickley. Great story.
You know, he pitched for the Expos the other week because it was when you guys went to Missoula, and so he pitched for the Expos, and I was doing the radar gun on him, and I was thinking, oh, he's back from surgery, he's probably sitting about high 60s, maybe low 70s, and he had a pitch. I think he hit 81, so
Wow.
pretty surprising. Good to see that he came back and he's still throwing how he was able to throw.
Oh yeah, he's been through it really, really good. So this is going to be his last warm-up pitch. Looks like, or he might get one more. The leadoff man for Pierre, number 1, left fielder Carter Silifin. So it's,
Close enough.
yeah. So he gets ready. Thompson slips on the throw on home plate. And he's all right. Good thing. You don't want to see them get hurt when that happens. That's not a good thing to see. So the Clicks of the Hardhats, they're ready to go for game 2 of this double header. So a right-handed batter with a left-handed pitcher is going to be what we're going to see first here. You can move that box if you need to.
That's all right. It's a good stand for the game.
So ready to go. Game 2 of the double header.
21 wins now. We're at 21 wins.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It should update that. I will here in a second. So first pitch, Declan Mickley ready to go, the lefty, and he extends off the mound. First one is smacked, but it just hooks foul. That one goes for a foul ball. Scoreboard. There we go. It's working. 0-1 count. Throwing the foul ball to the right side. Mickley with the arm stands up high, where he holds his hand for the next pitch. 0-1 pitch. This one goes. And that one just up high. That will be for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here for the leadoff man, and a great turnout here. And it's actually been really nice outside today.
It has. It was raining hard this morning and then calmed down, and beautiful night.
It has been. And that one, previous pitch just goes in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Mickley in a ready position. Gets the call from Thompson. Off the mound, the pitch goes in for strike 2. So evens it to 2-2. First victim of Declan Mickley. Gets the hands up high, ready here for the next pitch. The lefty gets ready, lifts the left leg. Here comes the pitch. Did he go? But so Thompson goes back to get it. The throw to first is in time. And that would be a swinging strikeout, correct?
Yep.
There we go. Look at me.
Right, ball in the dirt, little curveball. Kid tried to hold back, but home plate umpire Mike Deming says he went. Ball gets by Brody Thompson, hustles back to the backstop, and get the out at first in time.
So with that one down, this brings up right fielder Sutton Sonishin. So he's up ready to go with 1 down. First ball comes in. First pitch goes in for a strike. So Mickley will go 0-1. And 2 of the outfielders, first 2 up for Pierre. And then followed by their catcher and Charlie Simpson, who is on deck. 0-1 pitch. Mickley lifts a leg. Here it goes. This one was just a little outside. So that will go for ball 1. Brody Thompson. First game this tournament for the Hardhats. 1-1 pitch count. Mickley, again, hands up by the head. Here comes swings and misses for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mickley gets the left. And he wears a little bit of that. Is that a brace, I would assume, maybe on his left elbow, or is it just a sleeve?
Just an arm sleeve.
An arm sleeve. So 1-2 pitch comes. That one is in. He gets him. Catches him looking for his second strikeout of the game. And now 2 down.
What's he looking like for his stats, pitching-wise, this season?
So Mickley, that one game on that Saturday right before graduation, he 5 innings pitched, got the win, 7 strikeouts entering this game, and then obviously with a 0 ERA and at a .4 whip. So
Great.
Looking good. First one comes in, swings and misses for catcher Charlie Simpson.
We'll say this Pierre team has been a lot more aggressive already than the Laramie team.
Yeah, Laramie, they would let the first pitch or 2 kind of go by, and
this Pierre team's coming out swinging.
And next one in, just straight down the middle. No swing, no nothing for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down with 2 strikeouts for Mickley here in this first inning. Gets the call from Thompson. Takes the back step here off the mound, and that one just gets out of the way of Thompson. And that was down in the dirt for ball 1. So the first ball here of the at-bat. for Charlie Simpson. Mickley, notable nod there for Thompson. 1-2 pitch comes, and here it is. This one was just up high. Now one for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Simpson, just the third batter for Pierre. Mickley.
See if he goes with an off speed here.
Yeah, maybe get a guy to chase, and this
He
one.
did. Oh, I thought that one caught the corner.
I thought it did too. That goes in for ball 3.
And the reactions of the players, I mean, Reeder started coming in, Blaine Hunt, Aiden Roberts, Kane McLeod, Lars Kiefer all started running in.
Yeah, that
And
was
had
a
to
close
retreat
one.
back to their spots.
So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mickley's pitch comes. This one pops up. Thompson takes the cage off. He is under it. Makes the catch, the pop, right to him. So that's the third out here for the first inning. 2 strikeouts for Declan Mickley off of Solifin and Sonishin. And then now Simpson, who pops to the catcher. Now Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder are the next due up for the Hardhats. And like Brixie Steen just said, Pierre coming out a lot, very more aggressive than Laramie did. First, second pitch given, and so
See what Hardhats got with their at-bats today. And
I was saying, I mean, last game they were getting some hits. I think they had 5 or 6 hits in the whole game. So I mean, they've been able to kind of get some hit. And we talked about yesterday, they had some really good contact in the game. So I think they're going to look to improve on that here in this one. Not sure about Pierre in their game, but we'll see how it goes.
yep. I was watching them the other day. They were playing against, I believe, Laramie, and they have some great defense, great pitching. I mean, I just think they're a pretty good overall team.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how this goes. Might be a good matchup for the Hardhats here.
Well, and it's a right-handed pitcher here, which, you know, last game they started with a left-handed pitcher. So this might be a little bit better here for right-handed, left-handed batters. So
Well, and I think it's, like I was saying last night, you kind of like, you want as a righty hitter, you kind of want a lefty up at the mound, but it gets to a point where you probably get so used to it
yeah.
where you could be more confident with a right-handed pitcher. And this Hardhat team, they're left-handed heavy. They have a lot of left-handed hitters. Blaine Hunt, Wyatt Reeder, Jace Morgan, Dexter Steen, Josh Elder. Obviously, Josh not in the lineup tonight. But I just think it'll be good. Get that matchup for them and hopefully get some big hits tonight.
Yeah, let's just hope so. I mean, they haven't allowed any runs, so that's already off to a hot start through 2 games played. And I mean, they've racked up 11 points or 11 runs here through 2 games. So I mean, keep the train on the tracks here, and that's all you can really do right now. So
see what AR can do.
yeah, Roberts, he's been deadly recently too. So expect something. I think he'll get a good hit here on his first at bat.
Wind has kind of settled down too, so
Well, in the last game too, he had that 2 RBI double.
yeah.
And he walked his last at bat, had a stolen base in it too. So when he's on base, he's deadly. So that's what they're trying to get here. So Pierre starting pitcher, Ridge Leinbach. Final words with catcher Simpson, and they're ready to go here. First pitch for Pierre.
Fans are moving up to get under the awning. I think it's starting to sprinkle a little bit.
Is it?
Yep.
All right, first pitch. This one in for a strike. So this will start with an 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch comes in, that one just for a ball. Oh. Next pitch in for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leinbach ready to go here for the next one. Roberts in tighter towards that plate. Here comes the next pitch. This one just goes behind the catcher. And that one will go for ball 2. We got Brixenstein testing out the air. Head out the window. Next one just goes out or down low for ball 3.
Just sprinkling a little bit. It's not too bad, yeah.
A little bit. All right, so full count here for the first at bat for the Hardhats. Pitch comes to Roberts, swings and misses for a strikeout. So one down, and he was very aggressive, in my opinion, on that one too.
Yeah. I mean, 3-2 count as a batter, you're probably expecting fastball. Probably most pitchers, that's probably their most confident pitch, but obviously this kid tonight must have been pretty confident with that curveball. And
so Kiefer, who steps in, first one he will take for a ball. And Lars Kiefer in last game had a walk his first one, and then he had 3 groundouts for his next 3 at-bats. Next pitch comes. Kiefer swings on it. This one's going to drop into center field, and that is a single for Mr. Kiefer.
great swing. Watched the first pitch off speed, curveball, dropped out of the zone. Fastball came kind of inside, took it to the left center gap, cut off by the center fielder.
His 17th single of the year. So Wyatt Reeder, a left-handed batter, comes in with only one down now, with Kiefer on first. Kiefer also known to be a base stealer. And first pitch comes, Reeder hammers it,
Into the bullpen.
just goes to the bullpen on the right side. So a foul ball, count goes to 0-1. Reeder put everything he got into that one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Leinbach ready to go. Righty delivers. Reeder will take this one. This one was down low by his shins. That will go for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Following Kiefer's single, a great hit that dropped just right into center field. So Kiefer takes off to second. The throw from the catch to second is in time. So 2 outs. Kiefer trying to get a little greedy there, stealing second. That was just a great throw from behind the dish. So Kiefer now with no runners on board. So Reeder's count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Leinbach ready here for the next pitch. Reeder, and that one got a clip of him. And yeah, so I look over to the umpires on the side.
Yep, Mike Deming, home plate umpire, appealed to the first base umpire. First base umpire appealed to the third base umpire and decided that he did not go. Some fans not too happy about that, but
So Reeder gets on board on first. And now this is going to pull Kane McLeod up. And McLeod also had a big game in game 1 of the doubleheader. McLeod, who hit an RBI single and an RBI double. He's going to take a spin on this one. The third baseman can't reach it. Shortstop throws, makes it in time. And now reach for the third out. Puts it away for the first inning. Single for Lars Kiefer. Tried to get greedy to steal on second, got thrown out. And then the hit by pitch there from Reeder. And then McLeod, who grounds out to shortstop. So not much that happened there in that first inning, but both teams are coming out aggressive. So what's the score of the Guardians game right now?
4-2 still, top of the 9th inning.
Let's see, where do the Guardians sit in the division, do you know?
Third. I believe it goes Detroit, Minnesota,
Yep.
Cleveland, Kansas City, Chicago. Minnesota started off looking rough and
Well, and then they had that, 13-game winning streak?
13 or 14, one or
Yeah,
the
that was
other,
crazy.
game win streak, and then lost it, and then picked it back up another 5 games. And
Wow.
they've just been on a roll lately.
So Mickley gets in his warm-up pitches. We go to the second inning. The only hit belonging to Kiefer with his single. And the next batter for Pierre will be shortstop Dawson Getz, followed by Cooper Terwilliger. And then hitting 6th, their third baseman, Grayson Hunsley. So those are what looks like for the 3 due up for Pierre. So Mickley, he signs for his last one of throw, and then the Thompson throw from catcher to home plate. So ready to go. Second inning for game 2 of the doubleheader. I would say now you can kind of start seeing a little bit of the rain now.
Yep. It's kind of hard with this netting in front of
bit.
us, and can't kind of look too high. You can't see anything.
Not It's just very light rain, so it's not going to be very effective. So first pitch for Mickley, this one's going to be swung on. This is going to drop in right field just past Johnson. He races towards it, takes a slide in towards the wall. And Getz holds off. He's going to take off from second, and that's going to be a triple for Dawson Getz.
Kind of hesitated on that one. I mean, first Carter Johnson tried to make a sliding play, kind of bobbled it. I think Getz thought he grabbed it, so he stopped at second, took a look, saw the ball was out of the glove, took off for third, and throw comes in and it was cut off by Dexter Steen at second base.
So now this will pull up first baseman Cooper Terwilliger. So just the first pitch, too, and they take advantage of it. So first one just drops for ball.
And I believe this kid, I think he's actually committed somewhere for football.
Really?
I believe he's a really good football
Let's
player.
say Pierre's football is
They're
one of the best.
pretty good.
So it takes this pitch and swings and misses for strike one.
Got some bright cleats.
Yeah, some neon green. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Mickley takes the lunge. Here comes the pitcher, runner on third. This one just goes down low. That's going to go for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Mickley, maybe could be effect here. The light rain, maybe just getting on that ball or getting on his hands. Maybe just trying to find an extra grip.
Always got to find the laces, especially as a fielder.
Mickley's pitch comes in. That's going to go for ball 3.
Those ground balls that kind of just stay on the ground, it just soaks the ball, and you really got to find the lace, because if you just got the leather, it's probably going to slip out of your hand.
Yeah, most likely. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Mickley's pitch comes, and that one just got a piece of it. This one will go foul. So the count goes to full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the man on deck for Pierre is number 14, Grayson Hunsley. So Mickley, arms up high. If there was a roof on this building, he would raise it. 3-2 pitch comes, and swung on. Ooh, that was close.
Caught someone in the back in the dugout, I think.
He just shook it off like no biggie.
Caught the netting, though, so slowed that down.
I mean, that is kind of scary, too, especially that Hunsley right there on deck. You never know if that's going to come by and just swipe him.
Especially with the righty up to the plate.
Especially. So, full count, Mickley with Getz still on third base following his leadoff triple. Here comes the swing. That's going to get hit. It's off past Reeder, and Pierre will make the first score of the game with an RBI single.
It's just a good piece of hitting. I mean, it gets it up to 3-1 count, fouls one off back, and pitch outside takes it the other way. Just drops it right in between Reeder and Carter Johnson. See if they can go for a double play here.
And it is a right-handed batter, so that could go right into the hands of Blaine Hunt, who is a really good fielder here for post 22. So the RBI single, and it looks like a bunt. That was just inside.
Good stop by Brody Thompson. Pops up quick. This infield for the Hardhats is outstanding. I mean, you got Aiden Roberts at third, Blaine Hunt at shortstop, White Reeder at second, Dexter Steen at first, and
let's see, maybe he might signal here for a bunt again. Mickley on a 1-0 pitch. There he goes. Here's the bunt, and this one just goes foul right in front of his teammate on deck spot. So that one goes for a strike, 1-1 count. So Mickley, who will get a new ball. So 2 hits here for Pierre following the leadoff triple for Getz and then the single for Terwilliger. Here comes a pitch, another bunt signal. This one's just going to go foul again.
Place.
Yep. So 1-2. Now,
it's always nice in the rain, getting a new ball. It's dry. I mean, usually get it back to the ump. He wipes it down a little bit. It usually dries up in his little pockets that he's got, but it's always nice to have a fresh ball.
So 1-2. Mickley. Here with the pitch. Takes a swing on his Hunsley. That one out of the ballpark. A foul ball. So 1-2 the count.
Possibly hit a car.
Could have.
Not my car, but
That's why you park far, like kind of a little bit farther away.
yeah, I park right behind the cages, so I should be all right.
1-2 count. Mickley lifts the leg. Here comes the pitch. That one just dropped down low. So for ball 2. And Mickley and the Hardhats defense still trying to find for their first out here of the inning. Mickley gets the call from Thompson. A runner on first. 1-0 lead for Pierre. Here comes the pitch. Takes a swing on it. This one just goes past Hunt. And a dribbler into left field. That's going to be another single. So that advances runners onto second as well. So that's back-to-back-to-back base hits for Pierre. Now, I mean, obviously, we say mistakes happen, hits happen, but right now, I think the defense just got to take a deep breath here.
Well, and I mean, nothing really against them, just good pieces of hitting, but I mean, deep breath, ball's probably going to be in play. Watch for the hands. Bunt might be happening, but hard ground ball to Aiden Roberts. He could touch third, go one, quick double play. See what happens.
So with now Porter Hunsley, here comes the pitch. This one just
Showed
inside.
bunt there, so expect that again.
And Dexter Steen, who was off of first base, and he's now in the grass right there. But he came in really down low.
Aiden Roberts playing about even with the bags.
So 1-0 following the pitch that was inside. Mickley, another bunt show. This one's going to be popped up. Steen is up, makes the catch. One down.
Miscommunication there. Brody Thompson went for the ball at the same time.
A little bit.
I think he saw Dexter coming in and decided to back off. He had the easier route to it, but yeah, one down. Hoping for a double play here. Get another ground ball.
So with still runners on first and second. Now this will pull up Parker O'Brien, the second baseman for Pierre. Mickley trying to shake off this early lead here for Pierre. Takes a look back on second. Hunt backs off. Here comes the first pitch in for a strike. So Mickley offers the heat down the middle, and it goes in for a strike. So 0-1 with one out. Mickley with the pitch. It comes, takes a high pop up off the bat. That one just fell.
That one was a little higher above us, so.
Yeah. I was going to say, maybe, I don't know if Pierre or us has a target on your face like Laramie last game did, so. So, no balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. Mickley still waiting for a call here from Thompson. He'll get it.
I think as long as none of them play hockey, we should be fine.
Yeah, here comes the pitch. This one, here's your double play, Brickson. Hunt, Reader the throw. No! So they get 1.
Some good hustle.
So let's see. What would that be? Just a base hit?
Fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice, okay.
Yep. Fielder's choice, runner out at second. And now if it would have been, let's say Hunt got there, Reader wasn't to the bag yet, and he threw it to first, that'd still be a fielder's choice.
Okay. See, I play MLB The Show,
Yep.
and I get some of the sayings off there, but like sometimes I don't understand what the Reader trying to make a diving catch. Roberts, and they're safe, and the runner goes to second.
And
He got him!
the bag.
Wow.
The rain soaking up the turf. Slid too late and slid over the bag.
What a heads-up play, though, by Roberts to, notice that. Though.
I was thinking maybe look for the guy at 2, but he must have saw that he slid really late because he was safe on the original play and then slid out of the base path foul and let go of the bag. And
so they still did have a run come in to score, so it makes this game 2-0 in favor of Pierre. So now the next hitter will be Jace Morgan, the designated hitter for post 22, followed by right fielder Carter Johnson and first baseman Dexter Steen. So the Hardhats, after allowing their first runs of the tournament, they look to bring in some more. As Linebuck still on the mound as he gets his practice and preparation here as the rain's still kind of coming down a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't play too much of a factor for post 22 for pitching wise. We'll see how well that will affect it. So, final throw there from the catcher in Charlie Simpson. The throw over to second. So, stepping into the batter's box is the DH, Jace Morgan. So, Morgan, who gets set and ready to go. And Morgan in last game, as he was playing left field, he had a sacrifice fly his first time up and was walked his last. So, first pitch comes. He will take it for a strike one. And me and Brixton and I mentioned that both teams were kind of being a little aggressive here at the first few pitches of the game. So it looks like a hit by pitch. So Morgan is going to come on base and the Hardhats. So that's 2 hit by pitches already. Reeder got 1 and now Morgan does. Try to get as much runners as you can. So this will be Carter Johnson making his first appearance in a game today. They did not play in game 1 of the doubleheader. So with Morgan on first, here comes the pitch to Johnson. He will take that one in for a strike. And Johnson entering this game at a .167 batting average. And he's slugging at a .233. So first one he took was in for a strike. Pitch from Linebaugh, this one inside. Johnson leaning back like a game of limbo, trying to avoid getting hit. So that one in for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan on first. Here comes the pitch. And that one goes for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. Following just 2 pitches in, Morgan just got clipped with a hit by pitch. Manages to get on first base. So Linebaugh, the pitch comes to Johnson. That one in for strike 2. Let that one fly right by. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The lights start to come on here at the Black Hills Surgical Ballpark field here. Currently 7:38. Ready to go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Linebaugh, here comes the pitch. Johnson just got a piece of it. That one just goes foul here to the left side.
And Morgan get on.
Hit by pitch.
Sweet.
So Steen, Brixton, who left, had to update him what happened with Morgan, who's on first. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, that one down the dirt, gets away. That's a wild pitch, and Morgan will take off to second. And now we go to full count. And maybe the rain could play a factor in that one. That one just kind of was not a great pitch. So.
Umpires working their way over to the new spots.
So full count with Morgan now on second base after advancing on the wild pitch. Linebaugh, and there was a quick timeout called by a home plate umpire.
Quite a bit of room up the middle here too. I mean, second baseman's covering Morgan, making sure he doesn't get too far, but once he retreats, that shortstop's pretty much playing behind the third baseman.
Yeah, he is. So 3-2, pitch comes to Johnson. He's going to hit this one. This one, the play to third base, the throw to first. No! It left behind him. Morgan comes in to score from third, and Johnson, he's going to get an RBI double.
No. That one would be, ground ball third baseman.
Okay.
Advances to second on the throwing error by the third baseman.
There we go.
You got that. So that would not be considered a double. So yeah. It's still an RBI. Well, yeah.
So like an RBI ground out?
No, because he didn't get out. So it's just, it just wouldn't be a double though. It would be grounds to third, advances to second on throwing error.
There we go. Look at you educating me.
Yep.
So still no outs here. And this will pull Steen up. Steen in last game, he was also hit by pitch. There's been 3 hit by pitches last game, and then now 2 already here through 2 innings of play. Second one here to Steen. This one just bobbles out. And that one now Johnson advances to third. So we go to 2 balls, no strikes. After 2 runs were scored in the top of the second inning, the Hardhats got one so far right now. Johnson in prime scoring position.
All you're looking for here, tie the game up, deep fly ball, hard ground ball, and that's what he got. Yep.
There you go. So let's sacrifice.
No, that would be a sacrifice.
Okay.
That would just be ground out, RBI ground out.
RBI ground out. Ground out. There we go. Didn't we go over that too, Ray? Yeah.
But if he would have bunted, then
I
yes,
see.
it would have been sacrifice.
There we go. So Johnson, who comes in to score, and they tie this game right back up. So with one down, and now Brody Thompson, the catcher, who comes in entering this game as well. His first of the tournament at a 167 batting average. First one he takes is a strike.
Johnson does not get an RBI on that. It's just ground ball to third base, advances to second on the air, and then Jace Morgan scores.
There we go. So 1 ball, 1 strike now following that previous pitch to Thompson. Here comes the next one. That one just right down the middle for strike 2.
I think he's trying to look for a fastball here. Left that last one. It looked like a slider or something.
Here comes the pitch from Linebach. Swings and misses for a strikeout. So that's Linebach's second of the game. And that's Thompson's 9th strikeout of the year. So now this is going to pull number 9 hitter Blaine Hunt, the shortstop, up to the plate. So switch hitter back to hitting left-handed. After last game, he was hitting all right-handed with a left-handed pitcher. So first one he takes goes for a ball. Linebach ready here for the next one. Pitch comes. Hunt got a piece of it. This will go foul towards the post 22 bullpen.
I don't understand how, you see all these pitches from the lefties batter's box, and then switch over to the righty's batter's box for a whole game, and you got to go back to swinging lefty, and it just amazes me as a talent.
So here comes the next one on a 1-1 count, make it 2-1, with that one going in for ball 2.
Especially at such a young age.
Right,
I was
yeah.
saying last night, a lot of MLB players like that, but
This one outside, ball 3. And so Hunt now going to be a sophomore. So the young guns for post 22 showing. Linebach's pitch. Hunt got a piece of it. This one stays in play. Linebach plays it on the ground out. Throw to first is there in time. So that's the 3rd out, but the Hardhats, they managed to come in to tie this game up from 2-2. So they will go back to the top of the order the next time they will hit. And then now the leadoff guy for Pierre is going to be their DH, Nolan Peterson, followed by Carter Salifin and Sutton Sonishan. Hope I got those right. So let's check in here on the NHL game. So 3-3 in the second period. Florida manages to tie it up. So we'll see who takes game 2. Let's see if you or me are right. So that's what it looks like for NHL.
no action in the third for the Whalers yet. All 3 goals in the first, and
Yeah, they came that first period 5 goals. That's a high-scoring period.
settle down a little bit here in the second. Still 10 minutes left, so you never know what's going to happen.
So 2-2, 4 hits scored on. 4 hits for Pierre and 1 for Hardhats, with Pierre having 1 error. So Mickley, the lefty, just continues here to get his warm-up pitches in, gets all the blood flowing in that arm. And he should be ready to go. So the umpire here talking quickly to the coach for Pierre. So Carter shuffling as he gets ready. So back to the top of the order for Pierre. After they had a lot of hits from them, they had Getz get that leadoff triple, then Terwilliger got the single, and then followed by Hunsley's single.
What's going on here? I believe they're waiting for the third base coach.
Yeah,
Plate
there's
umpire Mike Deming called time and is talking to catcher Brody Thompson. And
so it looks like you were right. The third base coach for Pierre.
headed on over. Deming puts the mask on.
So ready to go here for the third inning. So Mickley gets ready. Lifts the leg. Here comes the pitch. First one just goes down low. That'll be in for ball one. So the 1-0 count. He will start off the third inning. Mickley lifts again, extends off the mound. Next pitch, that one was just high and inside. Ball two. 2-0 count. Mickley again, hands up high for his pitching routine. Pitch comes from the lefty, that one right down the middle for strike one. So Mickley, the Hardhats defense, who let up 2 runs scored. And then the Hardhats in the bottom of the second managed to come back and tie it right back up. So the next pitch just again inside, ball 3. And here's the thing that they have a 3-1 count, and Mickley, if he just throws a fastball down the middle, that's obviously a high chance for a hit here.
Yeah, so you're probably gonna be, if he misses with the ball, it's probably gonna be outside here. Don't want him to chase too much, and yep.
So he will
Ball
walk
just
him.
outside. Always not the best to walk the leadoff hitter, but I mean, puts it in play for double play with, this infield. You got great arm at third, Aiden Roberts, and quick hands at shortstop and second with Wyatt Reeder and Blaine Hunt, and see what happens.
So Mickley now with a second batter in Sutton Sunshine. Here comes the pitch, another bunt signal, but that one was just in for a strike.
Probably see another one coming here. Aiden Roberts stays in on the grass.
Yeah, they did that in the last inning as well. So 0-1.
Get the runner in a scoring position, not a bad play.
Mickley looks straight ahead on first base. Here comes the pitch, another bunt signal. Thompson to throw to first. The tag from Steen, but the runner was already on the bag. So this one goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Probably going to show again. Maybe you see the runner take off here. Got to hope that he gets the bunt down, though. Can't have a pop out like the last one.
1-1 pitch comes. Just got a piece of it. Fouls it off. Man
I
on deck.
believe the rain has settled down a little bit.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
don't
it's
see
calmed
much.
down.
Clouds are... there's a little bit of gray up there, but looks kind of gone, so...
So 1-2 the count with Simpson the catcher on deck. Runner on first for Pierre. Mickley lifts the leg. Here comes the pitch. Takes a swing on it. Hunt at shortstop. The throw to Reeder on second. The throw to first. In time, a double play.
Well, that was, exactly what I was saying. Quick hands. Reeder got that out in time. Got the guy at second. Steen with a great pick at first. And there you got 2 down and no one on the bags to worry about.
So Charlie Simpson, the catcher, as he popped up his last time up to Thompson. So a 2 down, takes all the runners off with a great scoop from Blaine Hunt at shortstop, and then just a little toss to Reeder on second, gets the tag on the base, and throw to first. And that first pitch goes in for a strike. So 0-1 the count. Mickley again gets that left hand up high. Here comes the pitch down the middle, swings and misses for strike 2.
I believe a little foul tip there.
Yeah,
Kinda
I could hear a little bit. Yeah.
Sometimes it's very faint, like you can kind of hardly
Yeah.
hear it, and it just goes straight into the glove. It just looks like a swing and a miss.
So no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Mickley, the lefty, delivers the pitch. This one down in the dirt. Thompson
Good work.
gets the chest pad behind it, and he's going to exchange the balls out here. So Mickley will just take a little walk here around the mound. Finds a little bit more grip here. 1-2 count. Pitch is delivered inside.
Almost caught him.
Almost did. So that will go for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Nickley takes the step, offers the pitch, takes a swing on it. Hunt can't dive on that one, and that's going to be a base hit from the hands of left field.
5 hits for this Pierre team already, and I mean, they're just swinging the bat great. They're finding their pitches, getting deep into counts like that. Started off 0-2, got a 2-2 count. Obviously fouled off 2 pitches and just drive that one in between the 5-6 gap and to run her on.
So now this will pull Dawson Getz up, the shortstop who was the leadoff guy back in the 2nd inning who had the leadoff triple. So first pitch comes, Thompson backstopping that one for ball 1. 2 down with a runner on first, and Simpson following his hit that just went right past the shortstop Blaine Hunt. Bickley, lefty with the pitch. This one just goes right through the 5-hole of Thompson, and the runner advances to second. So 2-0 count now, and it looks like Thompson will exchange another round of balls out. Maybe just not liking what Bickley threw, or just doesn't like what the ball has on it. Maybe it's a little wet.
Yeah, probably. I mean, turf stays wet for a little bit, but yeah.
So 2-0 count.
One thing I have noticed, I think Mickley's arm's getting a little sore, maybe a little tired. He's been taking some heat off of his fastball.
So his pitch comes, swung on, Johnson in right field. He's under it, makes the catch for the 3rd out here and puts the 3rd inning away. They escape from any runs being scored in, as there was a single from Charlie Simpson and then a walk from Carter Cephalin, and then it was a ground out straight to Blaine Hunt, shortstop. Made the double play from Sunshine, and the Hardhats now go into the bottom of the 2nd. They now go back to the top of the order from Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder. Those are their next 3 due up. In the 3rd inning, another good opportunity to put some more runs here up on the board.
Quick change on the record there.
Yeah, 21 1-1 now. There we go, following that way in earlier.
A lot of ones. It's getting a little chilly out there.
We'll say a little bit of some breeze kind of coming in here through our window. Weinbach still the pitcher for Pierre. And the same thing just happened to their catcher, just goes right through the wickets. So after the next inning, we'll go back through here for more MLB scores.
Sadly, the Cleveland Guardians could not get the comeback done. They lost 4-2.
Ouch. I mean, I can't speak much. The Red Sox
I will say we did have some minor league guys come up and play. Get them some looks, give them some at-bats, but...
Get some of the young guns up.
Yep. That's why there's 162 games.
Yeah, right. So it looks like this will be the final warm-up pitch for Leinbach. The catcher, we didn't find it there. So 3rd inning. Roberts, who struck out for his first time up. It's been 2 strikeouts for Leinbach and 2 strikeouts for Mickley on the day. So righty to a right-handed batter. First pitch comes. Roberts takes a good swing on this one, back into right field, still backtracking, makes the catch, and 1 down.
I mean, kind of got back there far enough. The sun might have been in his eyes, but kind of started peeking out a little bit here. Kind of, there's a little line, kind of a horizon on the fence where there's sun. The rest of the field still got the shade.
Got good contact on it, and the right fielder was still kind of backpedaling all the way towards it until he made the catch.
Really hugging the line right now. See if Lars Kiefer puts one in the right center gap. Maybe with his speed, I could see a triple, possibly inside the park home run if he can hit that back right corner.
And Kiefer's next pitch goes in for ball 2. Kiefer last time up hit a single. He's got the only hit so far for the Hardhats in this game. Next pitch again, down low for ball 3.
3 curveballs taken in the dirt.
Leinbach ready on a 3-0 count. Pitch comes. 4-pitch
I
walk.
believe that was another curveball there. Didn't want anything, did not want to give Lars any fastballs there.
So Raider, who comes in, he was hit by pitch his first time around. So with Kiefer on first following his 4-pitch walk. Raider, a left-handed batter, a little bit of change of scenery for this pitcher. Leinbach's first one to Raider takes a swing on this one, is in play. Pitcher lets it bounce. Leinbach, the throw to first, is in time.
That was a great play by the pitcher. I mean, you see that from fielders and stuff. They run up on it, get that quick hop with the little pick. I mean, first baseman pick, it looked pretty similar, but turned, got the throw off just in time. Reader almost beat it out.
So this is going to pull Kane McLeod up at bat now.
A mound visit from the catcher here.
Yeah, just talking some things over maybe. So with Kiefer, who advanced on second following that ground out, he's on right straight across from where McLeod will hit now. McLeod's first time up, he grounded to shortstop. So we'll see what he could do here in his second at bat. Leinbach takes a peek back on second. First pitch comes to McLeod. We'll just go outside for ball 1.
Now with Lars Kiefer's speed on second, you're looking for a ground ball up the middle, ground ball right side, even left side gap, 5-6 hole. Kiefer's probably scoring, takes the lead.
This one's swung on McLeod. This one is caught by the second baseman. So a pop to second for McLeod. And not much there, just a walk from Kiefer. And then a fly out from Roberts from the first pitch here of the inning. And then Reader, who grounds right to the pitcher. So we stay 2-2 going here into the 4th inning. And Pierre, they've been very aggressive on their swings. So, I mean, expect for them to keep doing that. So it looks like Mickley still on the mound. There is some action in the bullpen.
I believe that is pretty distant. I can't really tell. I believe that is Luke Hanslick.
So someone in the bullpen, we're not sure who.
Does that say 16? Yep. Luke Hanslick getting ready in the bullpen.
So
Mickley sitting at 52 pitches right now, so not doing terrible. Top of the 4th, 50 pitches. Probably go one more inning, see how he does, and might get a change this inning. We'll see what happens. Leinbach for Pierre, 41 pitches in 3 innings, 20 strikes, so about a 50% strike rate there. Not terrible. Mickley, same thing, about a 50%, 55-ish percent strike rate, so.
yeah, the pitching has been very good for both of these teams.
Yep, all weekend too. I mean, talked about it earlier. I could talk about it all day. Moreno's no-hitter.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Very impressive. And then Ryan Negebauer's complete game shutout. And
So Mickley, with his last warm-up pitch, and now the leadoff man, number 27, Terwilliger. So that's the man for Pierre. Hit an RBI single his first time up, which brought in Getz off at third. That was back second inning. So both teams only adding runs in the second, none of the first and third. First pitch comes in, and for ball, and it's his neon cleats that kind of gives him away. You can tell who he is.
quite a bit of people here for the rain. I mean,
yeah,
all kind of moved up under the awning, kind of moving back in, but I mean, great night for baseball.
Yeah, it's turning out to become good weather in the first pitch. This one
all back towards you.
In a little bit, just a little bit more right.
Yeah, I mean, still.
Back here around the Crow's Nest area.
They're working their way towards us. I mean, they started straight back, kind of moved their way towards the cages, and now they're headed right at us.
So 1-1 the count. Mickley takes the step off the mound. Pitch comes. This one's swung. This one's just going to go foul on the third base line.
Looked like that kind of caught his foot. Must have just barely missed it.
And it looked like it almost maybe got a piece of him or
Something, yeah.
wasn't a direct
No.
shot. So Mickley back on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Terwilliger, leadoff guy for Pierre. Lefty pitch comes, swung. This one's going to drop into center field. So that's the 6th hit for Pierre today.
And Luke Hanslick in the bullpen slowed down a little bit, but getting his arm warmed back up again. Might be seeing a pitching change coming here soon.
Well, this is a good opportunity. I mean,
We've already seen 2 double
Right.
plays, so
Yeah.
another one could happen here.
with a right-handed batter, I mean, Blaine Hunt, Aiden Roberts, those guys on the left side of the field, I mean, they
Possibly see a
can...
bunt. Yep.
Yeah.
Bunt.
So another one, Roberts just read the play like a book, throws it to first, but he had some time to spare there.
Yep.
So first out of the inning.
Mickley kind of had to rush over there, get to third base since Aiden Roberts came in on that play super hot, and I think Mickley thought he could have got it, but took a look back at third. Blaine Hunt was calling it out. Got there in time. Runner stays at second.
So runner on second. This will now pull up Porter Hunsley. Mickley still looking straight at him here for his next pitch. Lifts a leg. It comes. Takes a swing on this one. A little foul.
Working their way away from us.
I know, yeah. Maybe the target's moved away off of us.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. A 1 count with 1 out.
Laramie maybe had something against me for the 2-1 win last night. 18.
Maybe they're like, we know Brixton's calling the game for the Hardhats. Let's just
Yeah.
make every foul ball go towards him.
Exactly.
So Mickley on a 0-1 pitch. This one and right down the middle for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Mickley again with the lunge on the mound. Runner back on second. Lifts the leg, pitch comes. That was just outside, ball 1. I think I've had Mickley here probably throw a breaker ball. Maybe try to get him to chase.
Curveball, yeah. Curveball
Chase a
action.
little down low.
Could
something.
see a change up here
I was
too.
gonna say,
mean,
maybe something a little off speed.
switch it up a little bit. They've been on time with the fastballs. I think a change up, maybe get him swing a little earlier here, maybe roll over or just swing and miss.
1-2 pitch, just got a piece of the foul. Yeah.
So I mean, good setup pitch though, high pitch, fouls it off, protecting. Probably be seeing an off speed here.
Yeah.
He could. I mean,
They kind of
as
got
a-
the fastball down here.
personally as a batter, I'm thinking off speed. So, but then as a pitcher, I'm thinking he's thinking off speed. So I could
Right.
run him with the fastball here, but we'll see what he thinks.
1-2 pitch comes from
Off
Mickley.
speed. Ooh, I thought
Oh,
that
that was close. All 2.
just barely misses the left
Just
side
by
of
a-
the plate. Mike Deming thought it was a little outside.
Just by the nick of a hair.
Good frame by Brody Thompson to try and get the call, and 2-2 count.
So Mickley returns back to the mound. Looks back on second. Hunt. They try to pick it off. And that one, ball was slow out. But the runner goes back in safe.
I'm thinking about that guy on second base. He's probably 6'3", 6'4",
Yeah, he's a
and
tall guy.
so he can get that distance on him. So I think Blaine Hunt thought he was a little far, but I mean, 1 step and he lays down and he's already at the bag. So Blaine Hunt retreats and
So Mickley's pitch, this one right to the middle. Raider makes the throw, the scoop, so that's 2 down now. The runner will advance to third base. So number 9, second baseman Parker O'Brien, as he's up to the plate with Terwilliger on third base. 6 hits for Pierre today. Mickley's first one here. The at-bat swings and misses.
ran him up high there.
Yeah.
I mean, this Pierre team has to be swinging at least 80% of the time first pitch, though. It's got to be up there. I mean,
Yeah.
taking a lot of swings here, not letting anything by.
And the next pitch in for strike 2.
Well, I have seen a lot of first pitch swinging, and then they take the second one for a strike,
Yeah.
get themselves 2 strikes, get their 2-strike approach. Now they got to protect, but some guys like hitting better like that. They like hitting under the pressure with 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch awaits. Bickley swung on right to Steen on first, and he probably could have walked towards first base to tag it, so he gets the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Coach Torvey heard him yelling at Declan Mickley to get over to first base just in case if Dexter Steen tumbled and had to flip him the ball, but
All right, so that's going down to the bottom of the 4th. Still for Pierre is Ridge Leinbach. So here through the rest of the MLB scores, Phillies and Pirates, they've been in a tie game for forever.
pretty
It
much
seems
the
like.
game, yeah.
4-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees up 9-6 over the Red Sox in the top of the 8th.
A lot of runs there. 14 hits for the Yankees. Wow.
We have White Sox up 7-2 over the Royals at the end of 8. Padres over Brewers 1-0 middle of the 7th. And the Blue Jays, they come back up over the Twins 5-3.
St. Louis beating the Dodgers 2-0.
That's interesting. Rockies
Wow.
up 1-0 over the Mets.
In the bottom of the 5th?
Yeah,
I thought that said 8th for a second.
bottom
For
of the
my
5th.
distance, man.
Mariners,
Glasses.
Angels started. Angels and Mariners started 0-0 top of the 3rd, and so did the Orioles and Athletics. They just started. So some more final scores. Tigers defeat the Cubs 3-1. Astros beat the Guardians 4-2.
Yep.
And then it looks like the Diamondbacks and Reds game is going to get suspended after 6 innings by rain, and it will resume tomorrow.
And some games here at Post 22, Fitzgerald Stadium tomorrow. We got Laramie versus Miles City, Scottsbluff versus Pierre. 18U has a doubleheader. First game Huron, second game Grand Junction, and then the Hardhats take on Grand Junction for their doubleheader. And then some games over at Peatly and Memorial, all at the same time. So if you want to watch Post 22, stay here.
So first pitch hit from Morgan. That just got a piece off the cleat, it
I
looked
think I
like.
caught his knee. That gives me some time. I could read 3:20 minutes up. Peatly and Memorial Field. Garing versus Sheridan. 406 17U versus Alliance. Alliance has a doubleheader. Next game against Sturgis. Sturgis with the doubleheader. They'll take on Cody. And then the 320 Stars play Shadron at 7 p.m.
So those are the upcoming games for tomorrow that continue for the Veterans Classic. So hit by pitch results with Morgan on first base. That's his second hit by pitch of the game. And now this will pull Carter Johnson up. First one, and now off the mask. Morgan takes off to second. The throw.
Ooh, right in the neck.
Ooh. Yeah,
He is down.
Morgan took a bad throw there, and he's in some distress on second.
And that was a really late throw by the catcher. I didn't even think he was going to throw it, but kind of bobbled away from him. Morgan had a great read on it. Obviously, slid on the right leg, facing the outfield as he should. Kind of protects yourself a little more, but just caught him right under the helmet, hit him in the neck.
So they got trainers and coaches out there.
Coach Kelvin Torvey and Coach Jace Caldwell out there right now. Trainer, he did stand up. Trainer's looking at his neck.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked
he's
like
looking around fine, so
it
I
looked
think
like it
he's-
clipped him up high, kind of
Yeah,
like neck
I think he
area,
kinda-
shoulder.
Yeah, might have nicked his helmet because there's a
Could have.
louder sound. So I mean,
We hope he's all right and he can continue in this game.
looks fine right now. Still moving around, talking fine. Oh, tells the trainer he's good, and
Yeah.
coaches head back to their coach's box. I guess Coach Caldwell stays there. Trainer dropped something.
I was gonna say she's going back.
Oh, it was her phone.
Oh yeah.
That
You don't
would
want
not
to leave
have
that
been
out
good.
there.
No.
Your screen would have been stepped on by Clayton. Cracked.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. So Morgan on second base now, and the 1-0 count here for Johnson. And Leinbach takes a second off the mound to see if Morgan was going to take off or not. So he's ready to go. Takes another gander back. 1-0 pitch comes to Johnson. He was signaling towards the bunt, but it goes down low for ball 2 anyway.
About the same thing that just happened in the last pitch. I mean,
Yeah.
showed bunt, guy threw a curveball, spiked it on the ground, good stop by the catcher.
2-0 waiting. Leinbach with the pitch. Johnson, that one was in for a strike.
Thought that one was a little low.
Yeah.
Asked Mike Deming where it was.
I'll say sometimes it's kind of a little hard to tell up here for what the umpires believe.
Yeah.
But 2-1 pitch. Linebacker comes. That one just drops low. That'll be for ball 3. So 3-1 count. Morgan on second. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-2 game between the Hardhats and Post 8 Pierre. Linebacker pitch. Johnson takes a hit. And this one to left field. That's just going to be a fly out.
Great swing though, hard line drive. That's what you're looking for. Just a little too hard. Left fielder ran in on it.
So 1 down, Dexter Steen. He comes in, and he had the RBI ground out, which brought in Carter Johnson to score to tie this game up at 2-2. So Morgan staying on second. First pitch to Steen, takes a swing on it, just directly right to
Catches
first.
off of his foot.
Yeah,
Foul ball.
there's been a lot of...
He's got that leg guard too, covering the top of his foot. I don't know,
It
some
must
guys.
have bounced really good, because,
Yeah.
I mean, that went straight on to first base.
Yeah. I mean, I used to think when I was young that leg guard was for babies, but I got one now, some of my teammates, and I mean, with how fast the pitches are now, how hard you hit the ball off, it's going to hurt, and that's usually where it hits you.
So following the foul ball, he takes another one. That one will go for another one. So
Slap that one a little foul right behind Coach Torvey.
That one
No
a little
flinching
late.
at all.
yeah,
mean-
we've noticed that quite a bit. He
Yeah.
does it no light work, no reaction.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he played in the MLB a few years,
Right.
went to the Japan leagues, and so he knows his stuff. Great coach.
0-2 Steen. That one
Gets
gets
through.
through. And Morgan holds off on third. That's just going to be a single for Steen. A hard hit ball.
I thought, second baseman wasn't really a dive, but kind of slid over, tried
Yeah.
to make a play, snuck over him. Great swing by Dexter, base knock. Runners on first and third now. Let's see what Brody Thompson can do.
Yeah, he struck out his first time up. With runners on the corners and with 1 out, there is a potential for a double play. So Lineback ready here for the next one to Thompson. Looking back on second while no one's there. Here comes the pitch. Thompson,
Tries to put a
who
bunt
went.
down.
Yeah, went.
Little angry at himself, smacks the bat.
Yeah,
See
kind
if
of
he'll get the
lunged.
same one here.
Yeah, he lunged after towards that bunt and then kind of lost, just kept going forward. So 0-1 count.
For how big he is pretty quick, so
Next pitch.
low.
Yep, 0-1. So 1-1 count. Morgan on third. He really wants to come in to score. Lineback. Pitch comes. Thompson
Holds up.
thought about it, but he holds off. That will go for ball 2.
I think catcher kind of wants an appeal, but that was not even close.
Yeah, he went, but he
Yeah.
didn't go halfway.
Mike Deming appealing to the first base ump. I think first base ump had. If that was the first base ump, I wouldn't even appeal that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close because he sits back of the box, and I don't even think his hands got to the plate. I think he
Next one, bunts. Oh, that was going to be a good bunt.
rode the line for about a second there, and then just kind of slid off.
So puts the count to 2-2 now. He's been trying to pull off that bunt here for some time.
Now he's got to protect here. We'll see what happens.
There is kind of a little gap right there between short and third.
And big guy like Brody, heavy pull hitter, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here. Hard ground ball. Even if shortstop makes a play, Brody's got some speed for how big he is. We'll see what happens.
2-2 pitch comes. Thompson takes a swing. High
He's
up.
got a treat.
Lineback. Under it makes the catch. Steen running back. Back on first, so just a pop right back to the pitcher off of Thompson's bat. So back to Blaine Hunt. He grounded to Lineback, the pitcher, his last time up. Made the easy throw back over on first.
Luke Hanslick still getting warm. I might be seeing him come out this next inning, but
Bottom of the fourth, still 2-2. Runners on the corners. First pitch. This one escapes away. Morgan, oh man, he thought about it. But Steen advances to second.
That's always tough when you're at third. I mean, it pops away, and at that angle, you can't really see how
Right.
far it's coming back. So you're thinking about it, but then catcher kind of gets there in time, and you're like, okay, that's closer.
Yeah,
so
and with the pitcher kind of coming back to you could just give it a soft little throw.
And with this rubber backstop, I mean, it's only about 2 feet or foot and a half high, and fastball just catches it straight. It'll pop right back to the pitcher, and you're just out of luck there.
Next pitch outside for ball 2 off Hunt.
He showed for a bunt there. Kind of don't really see a bunt too much with 2 outs, but I think this team they're great bunters, and they got all this speed. I think they'd be fine risking a bunt.
Holds off on the next offering, ball 3. Again, I think you just take this one here. And
I agree.
see.
I mean, crowd the plate his feet,
Oh yeah,
his
they're
toes
inside.
are on the plate pretty much.
There you go, walks
Outside,
him.
widened his stance. His toes were pretty much touching the plate, and you got your best hitter this season up to the plate in Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts has been super deadly when it comes to the plate.
Yep.
And with bases loaded here, you got speed with Morgan on third, Steen on second, with Hunt on first. So
Yeah, that's one. I mean, you'll pretty much always have speed on the bases.
Oh, yeah.
I think Dexter Steen was telling Blaine Hunt that the outfield's playing back a little bit. I mean, always great to get a good read. 2 outs, so they're going to be running anyway, but it's good for confidence to know if he hits a little blooper, and you know it's going to be down, Hunt has a chance of getting to third with his speed.
So first pitch down in the turf for ball 1. And they have their shortstop and second baseman make sure they're right behind the pitcher if the pitch or throw back from the catcher doesn't get behind him. 1-0 pitch comes. Is that one in for strike 1? So Roberts, he's just kind of taking the last 2 pitches.
Yep, and not even worrying about the base runners, going from the wind up, switch from the stretch, and
Next pitch, thought about it, ball 2. Just testing the waters too is another good one. See what, is he going to tease you? Is he, just going to throw fastballs down the middle? What is he going to do?
And AR's probably sitting fastball here. It's what I'd be doing. And
Takes a hard swing into center field. It's caught. So a fly out to center field. It doesn't bring any more runs in. We still are tied 2-2 going into the 5th inning.
And pretty much symmetrical on that scoreboard besides hits and errors. I mean, Pierre 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Hardhats 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. So good defense from both teams. Just one little fluke from Pierre, but that's really it. And which did end up causing a run when Jace Morgan scored on the ground ball from Carter Johnson.
So Luke Hanslick, as he is now the new pitcher on the mound for the Hardhats. Micklin, who threw for 2 strikeouts, and both of them were back in the 1st inning. So maybe, again, another change of scenery here for the Hardhats. They get a new pitcher. They go from a left-handed pitcher to a right-handed pitcher, so that could play a big role.
And totally different arm slots, too. I mean, you look at Declan Mickley, he's got his arm is really straight up, and he gets his elbow more 90 degrees, but you watch Luke Hanslick, and he's really extended. He gets it kind of from 3/4. So I think it'll be quick change of scenery here for Pierre.
So their first man's going to be number 4, Nolan Peterson, the DH. So he'll be the first pitch for Hanslick on the day. And for Luke's numbers, 6 innings pitched. He has a 1-0 record. He got that win back against Gillette. Back in Gillette, too. Not too long ago. 6 strikeouts to 2 batters walked. He has a 1.167 ERA with a 1 even whip. So Hanslick comes in, maybe trying to get some momentum boost here for the Hardhats, trying to get them something offensively, but both these teams have been very well defensively. And Pierre, they have 6 hits on the board, so they've been getting some contact, so let's see if they get so many off of Hanslick. So they'll come in to meet in the middle with Hanslick on the mound. And Brody Thompson, he's done a great job all game of backstopping any wild pitches, preventing runners. And back at the start of the game, there was that third drop strike.
Drop third strike.
Yeah,
Yep.
I get it all mixed up every time.
Hey, you're
Same
learning.
thing,
We're
right?
still learning.
Yeah, and then makes that heads up play, and then Aiden Roberts, that guy slid going into third, misses it, and then Roberts just realizes he's not on the bag, makes the easy tag. So the defense, they're making great plays, but Pierre, they've just been making their hits really good. So first pitch for Hanslick is in. That one just got a piece of the foul ball, so an 0-1 count.
Little score alert. Second intermission in the Stanley Cup final game. Panthers. Brad Marchand scored a goal.
I told
4-3
ya.
Panthers as of now going into the third.
I'm telling you, Panthers are going to win it. 0-1.
No.
Hanslick pitch comes. That one just down low for ball 1.
And Luke Hanslick started off on the 18U team.
Worked
Lars
his way
Kiefer had a
up.
little injury, so they called Luke up for a few games, and he stayed up, and he's been pitching pretty good this year.
1-1 even. Takes a swing. This one fouled. That one all the way towards the post 22 bullpen. So with that foul ball, puts the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like it's really great outside. A little bit of some wind though, but
It's keeping it from being too hot, but it's also getting a little chilly.
yeah. Next pitch comes. Swung the ground play to Roberts at third. Makes the throw, and look at that. Did you see Brody Thompson running all the way from there? So 1 down. And now the next hitter here for Pierre, Carter Schiffeling, following the ground to third off Peterson. And Schiffeling, a strikeout and a walk today.
Just got notified that my car's hazards were on. I think a teammate might be playing tricks with me or something, but I got another teammate going in there to turn them off, so
There you go.
all right.
There you go. You're kind of a little used to getting messed with, though.
Yeah, always got to have fun, though.
Oh,
Little
0-1.
jokes between the team, and it's nothing like serious.
No. So 0-1 with 1 down. Pitch comes from Hanslick, and I thought that was in for a
Looked
strike.
good here.
Yeah.
Deming must have thought that was a little outside. Brody Thompson's great with framing, though, so
Yeah.
could have looked like it was in the zone here, but just a little outside.
1-1. Hanslick with the pitch. Swan. This one into left field. McLeod jumbles it. It goes behind him and back to the left field wall. And runner holds on to second. That's going to be a double.
I believe that was a single.
Single, yeah.
Single, and then he advances to second on the air by left fielder, became McLeod. It was like right at his feet. I think he would have had to make a hard catch on it. Tried to retreat a little bit to get the one hopper. Snuck right under his glove, gets to the wall, but he gets there in time. Of course, help from Lars Kiefer with the backup, but stops at second, so
only 1 away. Hanslick with 1 hit allowed on him here today. Next hitter in Sutton, Samenshine. Here comes the next one. That one just a little high. Goes for ball 1. Nothing too wrong with that pitch, just going a little high. 1-0 with 1 down. Runner on second.
see if we do a little move here in a second. Guys got a big lead. Lane retreats.
I backed off. This one bobbles off the ground.
Up in the air.
Thompson plays it to throw to third, not in time. So runner just takes off, advances to third. So with a 2-0 count, Pierre, where they are now into a back almost the runner in scoring position.
Yep. See if Hanslick can get like a little pop out to the infield here. Shallow fly ball maybe. Hold the guy at third, but
Next pitch comes, just got a piece of it, fouls off.
hard ground ball too. You never know. Runner at third might be going home. All of the infield is playing in right now. Could see a play at the plate. Or he stays at third, get the out at 1, 2 outs. We'll see what happens here.
So he looks and he's got the runner on third just straight in his eye. Here comes the next pitch. Swings and misses. 4 strike 2. Good little pitch there from Hanslick, though. I mean,
A little celebration from Skylar Montgomery in the dugout there.
and this is, I would say this is probably an under pressure moment. I mean, you're only one down. They got a runner in scoring position. 2-2, next pitch.
Yeah, tie game here at this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, you got to run on third, 1 out.
So full count.
Not terrible if he walks him here, sets up the double play. I'm assuming runner will probably go if he gets on first. You can try and get him out.
So Hanslick, the pitch comes, swung, and just clips off the bat. Goes back for a foul. So we stay at 3-2 for the count. Hanslick is throwing hand right behind him, ready here for the next pitch. Runner takes the big lead off the third. Here comes the next one. Catches him looking. The first strikeout.
Frozen. Threw the curveball there. The guy was not expecting it. Just frozen at the plate. Mike Deming punches him out. 2 down.
That was a nice little cheeky pitch.
Yep.
Like,
And went with the fastball the last
Yeah.
2 pitches. So kids thinking probably going fastball here, full count. I mean, can't really risk a pass ball at this point either. So great pitch.
so first one next, again for a strike.
Same exact pitch. And
Yeah.
Luke Hanslick with his own little strike call there on the mound.
Got to show a little swagger, some confidence
You
in
do.
your game. 0-1, 2 down. Lifts the leg, extends up the mound. This one,
Great
Thompson.
block by Brody
Yeah.
Thompson.
The batter kind of, ball was right in between his feet, but would have not been smart for the runner on third to come anyway. So 2 down still. Hanslick on the mound. Runner on third, 2 down. 1-1 pitch comes. That was just up high.
Got him at the letters a little bit.
Yeah.
And Mike Deming thought it was just a little too high, which makes it a 2-1 count here. Let's see what Luke Hanslick can do.
2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Pitch comes from Hanslick. The drop, not in the zone. Just goes for ball 3. So 3-1 pitch count. Hanslick waiting. Pitch comes. Gets him.
Corner.
Ooh.
Full count, 2 outs. This is a big situation here for the Hardhats. Obviously, both teams scored 2 runs in the second, no runs in any other inning, and this could be a huge run for Pierre if they get it. Huge stop for the Hardhats if they can make it happen.
Full count. Hanslick. Pitch comes. Swung. Fouls off. Stays 3-2.
And I mean, if he strikes this kid out, obviously looking to get him out, but if he strikes this kid out, that's going to get everybody going. I mean,
Well, in this case,
obviously gave up first at bat, gave up the single and the error by McLeod, gets him to second, gets the third on a little
Swan right ground ball to third. Roberts, a long
in
throw.
time.
Great throw from Roberts, puts it away
And
for 5, top of the 5th.
coach is pumping him up going into the dugout. Of course, pitcher Colton Morlang hyping up Luke Hanslick there.
So,
Luke Hanslick trying to get the bats rolling.
yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean,
After you come into if you come into that inning and you only allow
Especially getting
one
yourself
hit.
out of that
yeah.
too. I mean, obviously great plays by Aiden Roberts right there and struck a kid out. You got to be hyped up. I mean, this is a big situation. Bottom of the 5th inning. You're gonna have 3 more chances to hit.
I mean, you know what it means to be like when a guy blocks a shot in hockey and that just kind of gets all the guys going, or like, you know, I don't know, something small that happens in a game can change a whole game.
Yep.
And some people don't really understand that at times, but
Well,
that could be the factor of the Hardhats turning this game around.
I believe it was the second weekend for the 18U team. We were in Sheridan, and I came in to pitch our starting pitcher. First inning he pitched really good. Second inning he started struggling, and I came in the second inning. There was about an out left, and was pitching decent. Got to the 4th inning, and bases got loaded, nobody out. Struck 2 kids out in a row. Got a ground ball. Got out of the inning, and I'm pretty sure we went and scored 4 runs that inning.
That's just
It's just a little
it's a little
gets people
buzz.
going.
Yeah. It's just something to get the boys all fired up.
Yep.
So Kiefer comes in, hit a singles first time up, and then got walked his last time around. So let's see what they do here. They still have Leinbach, who started this game. He's thrown for 2 strikeouts each through innings 1 and 2. First one drops in for a strike. 0-1 count. 7 hits for Pierre, only 2 for the Hardhats, and an error for each. Here comes the next pitch. This one,
Right back at it.
yeah,
Too high.
right a little over us. So
And Leinbach still sitting at 63 pitches, 64 after that pitch, but yep, doing pretty good.
So Kiefer goes to an 0-2 count. Leinbach off the mound, pitch high up, ball 1.
Put a little heat on that one. That one seemed a little harder than the other
I
ones.
was gonna say, yeah.
Trying to punch him out, and
I would say maybe the thing. I mean, I've never pitched a ball in my life, so I don't really know. Like, you could probably put a lot of heat on it, but maybe not a lot of accuracy. And this ground ball juggled by the first baseman, back to the pitcher, tags him.
and Lars Kiefer kind of hobbling down the foul line, goes out towards the dugout, hobbling his way back. Might have rolled his ankle a little bit there.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't.
Coach Caldwell checking in on him, taking his way back to the dugout.
So 1 away. Raider comes back up. He's got a hit by pitch his first time up, and then he grounded right back to the pitcher.
Yep, and Lars
last time.
Kiefer going to the trainer here. See
Hopefully,
if White Reader can pick him up here. I mean, never good to see someone get hurt. Obviously, state championship game. Wyatt Simmons here got slew-footed, and what happened? You like tore your ACL or whatever, but
MCL.
MCL.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
But
sucks.
we went out and we had a 3-0 lead at that time. Went out and put away the Sioux Falls Flyers 7-0.
Yeah, something. Maybe
It-
they could cook something up here for the Hardhats.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Raider. Oh man, dude.
It puts a spark in you, though. You're playing for something even bigger at that point, and so we'll
And
see
they
if
are,
White
dude.
Reader can get something started.
And
here.
they are like the Veterans Classic tournament. Like they're playing for these veterans, and they're just
Yep.
playing to win. So 1-2 count for Raider. 1 down, following the ground ball to first off of Kiefer. Raider takes a swing. This one, a high ground ball, takes a bounce right to third. The throw to first.
Beats it out.
And that shows off the speed for Raider. Gets a single.
And of course, third baseman threw a little long hop there. First baseman sits behind it. Even if Reader wasn't there in time, fell out of his
Yeah.
glove, but he had him beat by at least 2 steps. So
Yeah, Raider. And it was a good hit too. Like the bounce was high up too, so that kind of gave him some time too.
obviously not the best contact with
Right.
it, but
But it,
got the job done.
it gave him some time. So next one here. This is McLeod. And he will take the first one for a ball. McLeod 0 for 2. He's got a ground to shortstop and a pop fly to second. 1-0 Raider on first. Pitch comes in. That one drops into the zone for strike 1. So count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Leinbach, Raider right behind him on first. Next pitch, that one down low. Goes for ball 2. Kind of shocked Raider hasn't really taken off here to go to second.
Still a decent crowd right now. I mean, 8:30, getting a little late, not too bad, but
Next pitch,
ball back
McLeod.
right at us.
He got under that one though for sure. I mean that one popped up high. So this count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yep.
Score 2-2.
Might
On
see
the
Reader
fifth.
take off here again, maybe
Yeah.
not. I mean, could see a pick off here too.
I mean, you know, I'm not sure. I don't know much of a strikeout there, but would have taken Reader maybe to steal a base there to open up first, try to get him more into a scoring position. But so Leinbach adds for his 3rd strikeout of the game, and McLeod puts away. And now Jace Morgan, who's been hit by pitch twice in this game.
he's got that little
And Raider takes off to second. The throw is not
Dropped.
there.
steals bag, stays on.
So Raider, he doesn't steal very often, but when he does, he makes it count. So that's his 7th stolen base of the year.
And this is good. I mean, You got a hot Jace Morgan right now, and obviously hit by pitch would help here, but you're looking for something big here.
1-0 pitch. Morgan takes a high fly ball up in the air, and that's going to be caught by second baseman. So the third out puts it away for this 5th inning. We go to the 6th.
Yeah,
Still
ball
looks
game
like-
here.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is probably one of the closest games the
Yep.
Hardhats have had all year.
0 runs in the first. Both teams take 2 in the second, and zeros across the board from now on. Pierre, 2 runs off of 7 hits, 1 error. Hardhats, 2 runs off of 3 hits and 1 error. Luke Hanslick back up to the mound.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when he came in last inning too, like he made an immediate response, like immediate impact. I mean, he allowed 1 hit, but still. And then when there was a runner on third, and then struck out a guy, and then
1 out. That's a huge deal. Struck
Yeah.
a guy out, then got a ground ball. Aiden Roberts, of course, made a great play. But I was talking to Luke before the 2 o'clock game, and was asking him if he was going to pitch tonight, and he said he was coming in relief the second game, and he seemed pretty hyped about it. I asked him if he was going to pitch good, and he said, "What do you think?" So, I mean, has some confidence there.
so Hanslick just getting in the warm-up throws. And I feel like a strikeout is similar to like almost like a penalty kill in hockey. You just kind of like you're almost like in a kind of like it's a big thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's a mood booster.
Yep. Yeah, because hockey, you get the penalty, and then, I mean, obviously they have a man advantage for 2 minutes, and
I'm gonna say
your team kills it, gets some blocked shots, your energy gets going, and that's one thing here, especially when it's a huge strikeout. Like, when 1 out and Luke Hanslick struck the kid out looking, that's a huge factor in the game, because then you got a ground ball to Aiden Robertson, made the play. That's 3 outs right there. They went and hit. So we'll see what can happen right here.
So Dawson gets, he comes in, had that big leadoff triple back in the 2nd inning. So getting the right arm loose on the mound for post 22 is Luke Hanslick. Waits for the call here from Thompson. He gets it, lifts the leg, pitch comes. Now 1 in for the zone for strike 1.
Coach Caldwell sending Lars Kiefer over to the right side a little more, expecting this guy to be a push hitter.
So 0-1. And gets, I mean, he did put that one deep back
He did.
towards left field.
You got Carter Johnson hugging the line a little more.
Takes a swing. Kiefer at center field. It's going to drop.
Hits it right to where he would have been, but I mean, you never know. It's just a great piece of hitting right there. Saw that Kiefer took some steps over to the right and just someone drove it up the middle.
So he gets a base hit, a single, making it the 8th of the game for Pierre.
They're
And
swinging the bats well
They
tonight.
are. So now this pulls up Cooper Terwilliger, who has got 2 singles in this game, one of them with an RBI single, and now this one just pops right back out of the glove of Thompson.
Called for a strike there.
I mean, it was down the middle, you know.
Yeah, those ones you can obviously tell, but it's those ones where you kind of got to frame it as a
Right.
catcher and you drop it, and doesn't really know what to do, so they usually call the ball.
0-1, Hanslick, a runner towards his back. Here comes the next pitch, swings and misses for strike 2.
Got him with the curveball there. I
I'm
mean,
going to say, got him good.
first pitch fastball, 0-1 count. Not really expecting a curveball there. Obviously, Hanslick has some great pitches, great off speeds, so he can work with them.
0-2, pitch comes, this one high. Ball 1, and Thompson, yeah, he popped up
He was
really
ready
quick.
for that.
He was waiting to see if Getz was going to take off to second.
Maybe look for a back pick there too, see if he's got a big lead.
Yeah. Trying to inch his way closer to second. Hanslick pitch comes. Ooh, that was
Misses the top
close.
of the zone there. Skylar Montgomery headed to the bullpen for post 22 Hardhats. See him warming up here soon. And
Montgomery does have 3 saves this season, too. So 2-2 count. Pitch comes from Hanslick, down one down to the turf.
great
And another,
work by
yeah.
Brody Thompson. That keeps the runner on first there.
Yeah, make sure he keeps that ball out in front of him, too, so he can, make sure where it is, sees it.
Obviously pops off to the side.
Yeah.
Runner might take off, got to go get it. twist your body, make the throw, and most of the times it's just not in time.
So 3-2. Hanslick pitches and strikes him out. 1 down.
And that's one thing there, that kid is just so tall. His zone just kind of widens quite a bit. So I think a lot of other kids there, I'm not sure if he's ringing him up on that, but great pitch by Luke Hanslick.
So
Be the first out of the inning and see if they can
that's
get
a
a
big
ground
one
ball
too.
here.
Good
Yeah, it is.
strikeout. So now this will pull Grayson Hunsley up.
Especially runner on first. Obviously double play
Yeah.
ball here. Looking for it, and that one must have just missed.
Did a little.
Side. I thought it looked pretty good here.
Yeah. So we're a little higher up at an angle.
They need,
you know.
they need to get us right behind
I
them.
was gonna say
Get us on top of the awning.
that would be pretty sick. Next pitch from Hanslick,
one
in for a
gets
strike. And the batter, like he was like going down low, like
Is his name
ducking.
Hunsley?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
I think he
something
kind
like-
of thought it was a little
yeah,
at his head and just dropped in. Must have been a spinner there, curveball.
yeah.
Just caught him off guard, but in 1 count.
Hanslick, next pitch comes, Swan. Hanslick can't reach to it. Raider the scoop. Hunt out 1 on second.
Not going to
And-
attempt to throw.
Yeah,
Nothing to risk there, though. I mean, runner was pretty much already 2 steps away from first base. Steen was ready for the throw, but Hunt just decided to hold it. And great effort by Luke Hanslick, though, there.
yeah.
Obviously,
Tries to get that one.
when he played with us on the 18U team, he was an outfielder, and he's quick, and he made some amazing diving catches. So obviously, wanted to make one there. Would have looked cool.
Put it on the highlight reel.
But they get one at second. Runner back on first, 2 down.
Pitch comes.
Ooh,
Another close one. That one for ball 1. And Hanslick was kind of or maybe talking to the umpire, or Thompson saying maybe lower, or
that's
too
kind of
low.
where it was. It looked
Yeah.
pretty good up here. Obviously, as we were saying, we don't really know.
Yeah.
Could have been outside a little
I'm
bit.
not classified to be an umpire. 1-0 pitch comes. This one again down low, ball 2.
That one looked pretty decent to me, too. Must have been just below the knees there.
Yeah, a little close. 2-0 pitch. Hanslick delivers. Escapes up high, ball 3. So Hanslick just trying to get this game right back into his hands.
Got a 3-0 count here.
Yeah, I mean right now,
Probably, as a hitter, you're probably taking. I mean, 2 outs, don't risk anything. Could get another runner on first and second, and that's what happens.
so he walks him.
And pitching coach Nick Kindred will go out to the mound, as well Brody Thompson and the rest of the infield.
We'll see Montgomery getting the warm-up pitches in the bullpen.
Not fully from the windup yet. Still getting his arm a little loose, taking his little crow hops, getting his speed dialed in, and I think they're just settling Luke Hanslick down here a little bit, killing the tempo for Pierre, obviously, and hoping they can get a ground ball. Maybe Luke Hanslick can blow a few by him, get a strikeout here,
Yeah.
let him go hit, hopefully get a run back.
That's the hope. So Coach Kindred wraps up his talk on the mound. So Hanslick and Thompson just sharing some more few words here.
And you don't really see too many games like this for the Hardhats, obviously.
No.
There's a lot of 10-0 games,
Blowouts,
15-0, at like 6-0.
So
and
this
then
makes it
last
fun.
game 5-0. This is
Yeah.
interesting, yeah. It's a great game.
And it's a good way to like see what you can actually do. Like, I mean, we understand playing hockey. We steamrolled every one of them when you get into a game where it's close. You kind of are like, oh,
Yeah.
what do you do? But now this is good for an opportunity later. Now.
Obviously, semifinal game, state championship, went into
Yeah.
the third period, down 1-0,
I
and
know, yeah.
scored 4 in the third, and took us to the
It's
championship.
not bad to trail for sure or be tied
Yeah.
to it. It just makes this game interesting. It makes the game
Makes you
fun.
want it more.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Makes you work even harder than you are.
So 1-0. Runner on second and first. Pitch comes in and a curveball gets into the zone for a 1-1 count now.
Obviously, Luke Hanslick, if I'm pitcher here, I'm looking for a ground ball. I don't really want to waste any pitches, but I mean, if a strikeout comes, that's great. I'm going to get my team fired up.
Yeah, try to save that arm a little bit later if you need to. Next pitch,
And
inside, ball 2.
post 22 dugout kind of thought that was a strike there. Some of the fielders of the post 22 Hardhats telling Luke that was a good pitch.
There's been a lot of really close calls
Yeah.
in this game, like ones that look like they are, ones that they don't look, you know. But you're going to have that in every game, of course. 2-1 pitch comes, takes a swing. There's your ground. Hunt to throw to first. Steen almost does the
Stretches.
splits.
Never seen him be so flexible.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th.
I think his foot kind of came off the bag there, got it back in time.
Yeah.
No, he had some time. Great play by Blaine Hunt, too.
So a ground play to Hunt to throw back to first. And they're going to keep rolling here with Ridge Leinbach for Pierre. And, you know, I mean, he's been the pitcher since the start of this game, so maybe he's got some fatigueness, maybe he's a little tired, maybe his arm's just worn out, like something a little bit here to try to help him out.
Or maybe, I mean, of course, Carter Johnson will be coming up to the plate, and so even if we got nothing goes on this inning, if Luke Hanslick or Skylar Montgomery, whoever's going to come out next inning, if they can hold them to nothing, and if Leinbach stays out there, I mean, 4th time through the lineup, got to be something happening.
That, too, another thing is, like, you know, if you can't get an opportunity here, you know, you got to, obviously you have to rely on your pitcher or defense for the next inning, too, to hold off into the bottom of the 7th, and then you could potentially walk off. And
see, Leinbach's still sitting at only 78 pitches, 40 strikes, so about 52% strike percentage right there. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, obviously 3 hit by pitches. Steen, Elder, Morgan.
so first pitch.
That was the first game.
Yeah.
Yep. Morgan has been hit by pitch twice this game.
Yes.
Alongside, who was it?
Reader.
Alongside Reader, yep.
Yeah. And a lot of hit by pitches.
A lot of hit by pitches today.
I know, yeah.
There's been 6 total just for the Hardhats.
Must be just targets on every post 22 player.
3 of them have been Jace Morgan, I believe.
Yeah, including you. Foul balls coming towards this way.
Oh, yep. Obviously haven't hit me, but they've been pretty close.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Johnson. He's got 2 swings and misses.
I'm waiting for one to come in here now.
I know, yeah. I mean,
Gotta
all these guys
snatch it.
do is just squeak one by, get on base here. 1-2. Leinbach pitch comes. That one down the turf for ball 2. And Johnson entering this game, he came in having 13 times being walked to 10 strikeouts. Next pitch, 2-2 swings and misses, and he will strike him out. You know, I think that one right there, just try to get power under that one. And
Yeah. Kind of looked like a slider there from the pitcher, and must have thought it was a fastball coming in the zone. Took a little guess on it. Hard swing right there, just couldn't make contact and blew it by him.
so Steen comes in with 1 down, first pitch. This one,
Sneaks through the 5-hole again.
Yep.
A lot of 5-holes today.
yeah, that's my weakness, especially in
know.
hockey. I know you.
Especially against me, too.
All right.
I'm your little kryptonite in practice.
You're just a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
1-0 following the first pitch ball. Next one in for a strike. I think Steen didn't think that was going to go in.
I didn't either. I think Moreno must have leaked his Chinese mustard
His little recipe,
and
yeah.
this guy must have found it.
Takes a swing. Steen right back to first base. And the bright shoes blind my eyes.
Yeah.
Touching that base. 2 down. Yeah, I definitely agree. Must have found the Chinese mustard recipe from Jenna Moreno in the spice cabinet.
Yep.
So Brody Thompson, as he's brought up to the plate, he's got a strikeout and a pop to the pitcher. He's kind of been, he's only played in a few games this year, but next one in for a strike. But he's just kind of been a little bit in the low batting averages, which, that's fine. I mean, but
When you have that many at-bats and plate appearances,
yeah.
especially this late in the season, only having about...
Takes a
that's
swing.
deep fly ball.
Back to left field. This one loses the hat. That's going to drop. Hits the wall. Thompson gets a big one. He's going for 3. They try to cut him off. Thompson gets greedy and he gets tagged out at third. So 3 outs. It could have been a big hit to left field for a triple, and he just gets tagged out. So we go to the 7th inning.
Yeah, only gets a double for that one, but tried to make a hustle play, get to third, gets tagged out, and Luke Hanslick going back up to the mound. We'll see what happens here.
That would have been a big, momentum change if,
Yep.
he would have kind of got
Great
that one
swing,
in.
though.
It was a great
Beautiful
swing. When I first saw it, that was high and deep back. And
Thought
then,
it was gone for a second.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then kind of died down a little bit. Obviously, wind stopped blowing according to the flags, and a little bit of wind there. Earlier today, wind was blowing straight and left towards
so a
Haley
little
and
bit of
Memorial.
advantage,
So
yeah.
could have helped him out a little bit there.
So Hanslick remains on the mound for post 22. We are still 2-2 into the 7th inning. This is the last inning of regular play, unless if there's extra innings needed.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I know the MLB, they have the runner on second.
Yes.
Do they do that here?
Yep. So
Okay.
MLB rules though, runner starts on second, nobody out, to kind of speed up the games. Obviously, yesterday post 22-18U against Laramie went into extra innings. They did a runner on second with 1 out, starting with
Okay.
1 out. I'm not sure if they will do that for this game since there's obviously no games after.
Right.
So we will see what happens. I'm assuming all rules, same rules apply for everything.
I would say that
so-
makes it a little interesting to me with 1 out, too. Every swing matters, every pitch matters.
I just don't think they wanted to get behind schedule, but
Right.
we'll see what happens here. See if
Well, let's just hope that
Let's
that's not
just
the
hope.
scenario.
yeah. We'll have the 9 hole coming up, Blaine Hunt, and then we'll take it back to the top of the order.
Pretty
Aiden
much.
Roberts,
Back to some
Lars
of your best
Kiefer.
hitters.
Yep.
So Hanslick, final more pats here. And let's go Hardhats chant emerges from the stands. I mean, we mentioned this. This is the first time this year. This has been the closest game they've had.
Yep, and of course, the announcer in the booth next to us gets that chant going, and
Trying to get this
everybody
crowd.
stops, and a little kid keeps it going.
Next pitch, swung. Hunt at short, scoops the throw. Steen bounces out of the dirt, or out of the hand. And that's going to be a base hit. That was a tricky one, too. I mean, it just takes a bad bounce, and
I
Steen
mean,
just...
had it in his glove, just
Yeah.
must have flew out.
I think when he was
He's
coming up
hard
with his
enough.
hand, it just popped right back
Yeah,
out.
but, I mean, all Luke Hanslick needs that same ball, a little hard ground ball to Blaine Hunt. Reader get over to second, turn
It was-
2 here. That'd be nice.
It was well played.
Yep.
So
Obviously, deep throw from Blaine Hunt too.
Yeah. So now this will pull back to the top of the order. Carter Cephalin, first pitch out.
Good stop by
yeah.
Steen there. Brody Thompson attempt with the back pick.
Yeah, that one right there. Steen made sure to make sure his chest and his body was behind that one, just in case if it goes behind him, and
Yep.
prevents it from
Almost looked like a catcher back there, sliding across on his knees.
maybe.
Carter Johnson came in for the backup behind that. just
Maybe he
in
got
case.
the goalie memories back when I got that
Maybe.
concussion.
Oh, the
Pops
fly
up.
ball. Hanslick takes it and 1 out.
There you go. Hey, that makes it easy.
Now, all double play and you're going to hit.
So it went right back off the right arm of Hanslick, pops right back into, he finds it in his mitt. So 1 away. And now Sutton Sonningshin. He gets ready. Hanslick takes a good look back on first base. He doesn't have a big lead here. Pitch comes, swings and misses for strike 1. And again, I mean, that "Let's Go Hardhats" chant, that brings the crowd involved, and that
Yeah.
makes your home field advantage work.
Well, and
so.
it makes you feel good as a hard hat here. All these people that are out here supporting you, and most of them don't even have like a kid or a cousin playing on the team. They just people who love to watch baseball, and
Exactly.
this is where they want to come watch, and it gets you kind of fired up.
So next pitch, that was a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Little camera difficulties there. Should be.
Yeah, it glitches
Look good
out from
now.
time
Here we
to
go.
time. 0-2 pitch with 1 out. Hanslick, that one just dropped down.
Great pitch though. Looking for a guy to chase there. Obviously, drop third strike, not in play with a runner on first with 1 out. 2 outs, that would be a different story, but still good work by Brody Thompson to not let the runner get to second there.
So 1-2, another look back on first. Hanslick, the pitch comes high for ball 2. You know, I mean,
Might be seeing another curveball here.
I was
I mean,
gonna
great
say
setup pitch.
throw
Obviously,
something to
as I
throw him
said,
off.
changes sights
Yeah.
there.
So 2-2, or even just get a ground ball right back to Roberts or Hunt.
Ground ball to Aiden Roberts.
All right, let's see if you're right.
Turning a double play.
2-2.
Strikes him out.
I'll
I'll take it.
looking.
I was doing a little reverse jinx right there.
So that's the third strikeout of the game for Hanslick.
I was like, I said there's going to be a double play, but I really just wanted Luke to strike the kid out and get everybody hyped up and going. And
I see.
we'll see if he can do it again right here.
So this will pull the catcher Simpson up. 1 for 3. First pitch comes in for a ball. Ball 1, no strikes, 2 down with Peterson on first base for Pierre. Hanslick again, another good look on first. Righty delivers that one. Oh, another close one. Ball 2. 2-0. Hanslick again will just take a little trot here on the mound. Relax. Figure something out.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Settle back in. 2-0 count here. Obviously, don't want to get a guy a perfect fastball, but looking for a strike, maybe a swing and a miss here. And
Pops
pop
up.
right back to him. That'll end the inning.
There
And Luke
you
Hanslick
go.
is hyped up.
Slams
Gets
the
some
ball.
arm. Oh, and Jane Moreno comes out, hyping him up more. Flexes his muscles, spikes the ball into the ground, getting the boys fired up, and let's go see if they can finish this game.
And
right
this
here.
is a good walking it off here with this crowd, the setting of this game.
Yep, and Coach Ewing bringing up the hitters right now, bringing up everybody. Having a little talk to him, of course. Skylar Montgomery coming in from the bullpen. Might be seeing him next inning if there is another inning.
Well, and they still have Leinbach.
And, I mean, Blaine Hunt, this will be his third time seeing him. Obviously, it'll go back to Aiden Roberts, top of the lineup, and, I mean, that's their fourth time through. They're going to find something here soon.
Well, and even just getting runners in and stealing bases would be huge because that's one thing that Hardhats excel at.
Yep.
So.
And Hardhats break it down.
And this is
From
another
their little huddle.
This is another thing too. If I'm in the dugout right now, I'm being as loud as I can be. I'm being
Exactly.
high.
Gotta get in the pitcher's head, get him
Exactly.
rattled.
I'm cheering as loud as I can for our batter, getting in their head.
His nerves got to be up. I mean, he's given up 2 runs off of 4 hits, and
I mean,
one of the runs off of an error, so not even his fault. But he's going in there. He's throwing strikes. We'll see if
even this
Blaine
game
Hunt can get something started.
Yeah,
here.
and this game could even determine who plays on Sunday and which seeding game, and
Yeah, exactly.
So this has kind of some meaning behind it.
And in this, it's still pretty crowded. I mean, they got a little curtain to our left, but
I mean, it's
it's
just.
even more full over here.
I'll say it's 9 o'clock. I mean,
Yeah.
So here we go, Blaine Hunt.
Obviously, there's little kids that have their bedtimes, but I still see a lot running out around there.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday
It feels
night.
like a Saturday night, but it's a Friday night.
Parents are probably happy. Everybody up in the dugout.
All right, ready to go.
Tensions
Everyone
are
is
getting
loud.
high.
Everyone's loud. Leinbach, first pitch to Hunt.
Low
Hesitated.
inside.
He thought about it, but that's smart. He doesn't take it. He just puts more of the pressure on Leinbach here. 1-0. Pitch comes. Hunt swings on it. This one goes
Stays
foul. So 1-1 count.
And everybody in the dugout up on the railing. They're getting pumped up as loud as they've been all game, all weekend. They want this.
So Hunt checks back in the batter's box. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-2 the score with a 1-ball, 1-strike count for Blaine Hunt. The first batter.
Pitcher steps off the mound, takes a little
Yeah.
reset. Dugout likes that. Getting in his head. Blaine Hunt's ready.
I mean, when you have that dugout right there, that's how many kids is that right there? That's a lot. This pitch off the
20
helmet.
25 kids-ish there, I'd say.
I was going to say, you do a little chant. So that one just goes right behind. That one off the mask of Simpson.
Even just the screaming, taking the pitcher
Even.
off of, taking him out of his mind from throwing strikes, and
2-1. That one's
Yeah,
way up
ball
high,
three.
ball 3. And I'm not sure if you can hear the dugout, but they are screaming as loud as they can.
put this out there a little bit, see if you
Yeah,
can
you
hear
can.
it or something.
Let's see if I. Oh, yeah. I can kind of hear it. Let's see here. Pitch from Leinbach. Hunt takes a swing on it. This play, the ground to second. Handles it. Got him out on first. So 1 down.
Just a good hustle single right there from Blaine Hunt. Little bobble by the second baseman, but
still, what a great effort, though, for Hunt.
brings back the top of the lineup, though. Aiden Roberts, 4th at bat against this pitcher today. See what he can do here.
Roberts 0 for 3 today. He's got 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
He's due for one here. Let's see if he can get something going.
He's well overdue here. Pitch comes from Leinbach.
Almost hit him.
Yeah, that's close. All 1. Hey, that's probably another thing he doesn't want to take as a hit by pitch here.
Yeah.
You know.
That'll get the dugout even more hyped.
Yeah.
I mean,
1-0, Leinbach inside. That's going in for strike 1.
and Luke Hanslick and I believe Brody Thompson, the only ones standing on the railing in the dugout. Oh, ball 2 gets by him. But, I mean, they are still being loud over there. Luke Hanslick really wanting his hitters to give him some help here, obviously. If it does go to extra, Skylar Montgomery might come into the game.
2-1, Roberts.
All back into the netting.
So we go 2-2. And like right here too, like if you just get this back far enough to the wall, like Roberts, he's got the speed, go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
hard line
go
drive
for
right
it.
over third baseman like he did earlier today, earlier today, and get going, dude.
2-2, Leinbach pitch comes, Roberts fouls off to the right side.
Check swing there. He wanted to go, then he didn't want it to go. Just kind of half swung it.
I think if he
sent
would
it
have
right to Coach
full
Ewing.
swing though, I think he would have got some good contact.
I believe so too. Maybe the hard line drive up the middle. I mean,
Yeah.
he check swung and it would have went over the first baseman's head if it was fair. So
2-2. Leinbach pitch pops up again. Roberts staying alive on a
this
2-2
isn't that bad.
count.
You're wanting to see from your hitter here. I mean, as a pitcher, it gets you pretty mad. I mean, you've already thrown four pitches to him. He's fouled off 2. That's 6 pitches right here. Here's the 7th pitch.
And he takes it for ball 3.
And he works it up to a full count. I mean, 1-2 count, takes ball, takes a ball, hits another foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat here.
Pitch comes. Roberts takes a swing. The ground to third. Bear hands it. He beats it out. That's a single.
Third baseman cannot get a grip on that ball. I mean, high hop, takes it with his hand, bobbles it a little bit, looks at his hand, looks up, and Aiden Roberts is pretty much already to the bag. Still goes for the throw, not in time though.
Well, and here's Kiefer too. I mean, 1 down, good hitter.
I think we know what we're going to see here.
I'm not saying that though.
I
I don't want to chance anything, but I know what you're
We've
saying.
been seeing it all night, but we'll
Let's
see what happens
A
here.
big leadoff for Roberts off of first base. Leinbach pitch comes. That went in for strike 1.
And he doesn't go for it.
That's what I'm thinking right there. I'm just gonna point.
Oh, I was
okay.
thinking a little bunt action here from
Oh,
Lars
okay.
Kiefer,
I was
but
thinking.
takes first pitch.
Yeah.
Aiden Roberts looks ready, swinging around at first.
Leinbach pitch comes. That one.
Outside.
All 1.
Not surprised if Aiden Roberts maybe takes off here.
Yeah, I thought you
Maybe
were
takes
talking about.
another one, kind of gets him thinking he's not going. But Lars Kiefer looks ready up there, has a single already today.
Leinbach, the pitch comes. This one inside. Roberts takes off the second to throw.
He beats it.
Takes a bounce. He's still second.
This is what you're wanting. I mean,
And like, listen to the dugout. Like, they're all on the railing. They're all yelling. I mean, he did take a strike though, but that gets a runner more into some scoring position.
scoreboard says 1-2 count. I believe umpire Mike Deming trying to announce 2-1 count. Yep, and they just changed it.
I'll change mine here too.
And I mean, 2-1 count, you have some cushion. Looking for a big swing here.
And he'll take it for strike 2. That's a good take in my opinion. Though.
I do too.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah, you got 2-1 count. There's a curveball right there, probably waiting for a fastball. We'll see what happens here.
2-2. Leinbach, runner on second. They try to inch closer on the bag. Roberts will just take the little walk back, and there's going to be a step off, a timeout called by Kiefer. Just a little bit more time to relax, rethink.
And I mean, here, Lars Kiefer, just get Aiden Roberts over to third base. You got Wyatt Reeder coming up to the bag. We know what he can do.
Down in the dirt, ball 3. Full count.
Just saw this last at bat with Aiden Roberts. Obviously, he had a little blooper over to third baseman, couldn't make the play. So, Lars Kiefer, you're just looking to make contact here, foul ball, and just keep running the pitch count.
3-2. Pitch comes. Kiefer gets a swing. This one is going to be popped right to shortstop. That's the second out. I thought that was going a little bit more further
I
back.
thought that was going to be a little Texas Leaguer right there, but
Also, Wyatt Reeder, he comes into play. He had a single his last time up, also had a stolen base, but we're going to get a quick meeting here on the mound for Pierre.
Wyatt Reeder getting some pine tar on his bat, getting the grip he wants. Emerges from the dugout, walking up to the plate here.
So, looks like Linebach's going to get the game. And he threw for 4 strikeouts. I mean, I thought he played really well.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the right move for Pierre, though, depending on what Reeder's move is here. But get a fresh arm. But again, fresh arm means, you know, something new. Get a good swing off here if you're Reeder.
Yep.
So it looks like it might be number 17, Porter Hunsley.
I believe he was in center field to start the game.
Yes, you are correct. And it looks like it will be, so switch it up just a little bit. So he'll get his warm-up throws in.
He went to center field.
And then number 32, Trevor Rounds, who goes to center field, as that's where...
Might be in left. I know where they're huddling at. It looks like he's in left, and the left fielder might have went to center. But we'll see what happens when.
But what a game
Play
though.
starts,
This is
yeah.
exciting.
I mean, huge moment here for Wyatt Reeder. You got 2 outs, obviously. Aiden Roberts on second. The biggest at-bat of the tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is big, and like I said earlier, this could determine who and when they play on Sunday.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. 2-2 the score, bottom of the 7th inning. Ada Roberts on second base with 2 outs. The pressure is on. Wyatt Reeder, the next to bat. Roberts, who got a single, stole, gets on second. So a lefty here. Let's see, I mean, they went righty to lefty and we went lefty to righty, so.
Yep. And we got the lefty-lefty matchup here with Wyatt Reeder, but I mean, I think he's got confidence in himself.
Oh, yeah.
I have confidence in him. Whole dugout's got confidence in him. They're all standing up.
It's loud here. Everyone in the crowd, too, will some on their
Definitely
feet.
some of the dugout trying to get everybody picked up, and
Here we go. So first
See what
pitch here
happens here.
for Hunsley. Roberts on second base, a left-handed pitcher to a left-handed batter. First pitch comes, Reeder. This one is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Reeder gets right here for a stance. I mean, I have my headset on, but that I can hear them from out there. It's
yeah,
really
it is
loud.
It is pretty loud.
1-0. That one down, low ball 2. And again, we talked about this yesterday. They have a cushion here, but again, you're in a tight position here.
I was about to say, in this big of an at-bat, you get your pitch here, I'm taking a swing personally. I mean, you got to take the risk, obviously. 2 outs already.
Here comes the pitch, ball 3.
See if we can get you guys to hear the dugout. It's in between pitches, so we'll wait a little second.
So this is going to be 3 balls to no strikes with 2 outs. Roberts, there we go. I can hear it through my headset here. Look back for Hunsley. Pitch comes to Reeder. Ball 4, he walks him.
Kane McLeod.
This just got a little bit more interesting.
Yes, it did.
So McLeod, who is up 0 for 3 today. But you got Roberts on second and Reeder on first. Again, here's some more time to kind of work around with.
Yep. Dugout staying loud.
So they're trying to get a runner back on second, and he backs off again. Their second baseman. Pitch comes, just got a piece of his McLeod. He'll foul off.
He wanted that one too.
Well, right now I think honestly every swing of the at bat you have to try to just get a hit
Yeah.
as far as you can.
You get a pitch. I mean, with his speed on second though, even a ground ball to left fielder, obviously contact. He's going.
Yeah.
Get a good jump and
0-1. McLeod hits this one deep, high into left field, and it is caught. So we will go to extra innings. And here they hold off. In this game, I mean, it's just getting more and more exciting. So
we will see if they.
yeah,
We will see if they start with a runner on second with one out. They will for sure do a runner on second. I'm not sure if they will do an out.
let's see. And I think Hanslick's still in the mound.
Hanslick is still on the mound. Skylar Montgomery and Josh Elder headed back out to the bullpen, probably going to get his arm back, warm up again, and we'll see what happens here.
So Hanslick, he just gets in here for some warm-up throws. And we saw Skylar Montgomery in the bullpen getting as well some warm-up throws. So, I mean, it's just a matter of what the pressure is. And we haven't seen a runner go to second yet.
Yeah, I believe they are keeping it nobody on, nobody out, but
the umpires are
still
kind of
giving a little
talking
bit of
here.
time.
Let's see. Okay, I heard
Said we're playing it straight up in-state rules, so we
Yeah.
will see what happens. I believe that is.
Rules, it says that we program using state rules. Just play it straight up, starting in unity.
Yep, playing it straight up, nobody on, nobody out.
Wow.
Just some regular baseball. We got extra inning games tonight. It's gonna be a late night. We'll see how long this thing goes.
We could be here for a while. The
We
case
could.
this has gone. I mean, there's been no runs since the second inning.
Yep, I mean, lots of zeros on that scoreboard right now. Obviously, no balls, no strikes, no outs, but you got both twos in the second inning.
Yeah.
And then zeros from then on, and then obviously 8 hits, 5 hits, 1 error, 2 errors.
So first hitter here for Pierre will be number 8, Dawson Getz. He does have 2 hits today, a triple and a single. So this kind of puts a little pressure, but Hanslick, he's ready for it.
And Lars Kiefer will stay straight up this time. No gesture from the coaches yet. So we'll see what happens here.
Corey Perry just tied it for the Oilers. It's 4-4.
Sweet.
Wow. So first pitch for Hanslick. First one in for a strike. And I mean, this one could be big too. Like, if Hanslick pitches like nine pitches here and, you know, it's a quick inning, that's huge if you're post 22. That gets the boys all riled up in the
Yep.
dugout. So with an 0-1 pitch, Hanslick delivers down in the dirt
Especially
ball.
with the middle of your order coming up, obviously. Great hitters all the way through the lineup here, but I mean, you get Jace Morgan, he's been hot, obviously, has those hit by pitches, so see if he can get another one this next inning and get somebody on, but got to get these 3 outs here.
1-1 pitch for Hanslick. That one down in the dirt again for ball 2. There's just been a lot of pitches today from both pitchers that have just gone kind of right in front of home plate, just kind of bounced up into the catcher. So
Yeah, great work by the catchers, though. Not too many pass balls.
2-1. Hanslick, the righty, delivers, got a piece of it. This is going to go out of the park. That's a foul ball.
The opposite way of us now. They're moving away from
Yeah,
us.
they're moving away from us.
I
Just
think we're intimidating them.
yeah, we might be. Foul ball by foul ball.
Yeah,
Brixton,
helping
so.
them out.
2 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff man and Getz, the shortstop for Pierre. And the big nod there from Hanslick, who was fired up after getting a big out in the 7th. And that one just dribbles again in the dirt for ball 3. We're at full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hanslick gets the count call from home plate umpire. I don't know, maybe a fastball here. Here comes the pitch. Got a piece of it.
And Cody Thompson wanted that one. Leans against the netting. And quite a few kids running down to get that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that run after and chase them. They all return to the concession stands, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they get like $1 for it, so
That's
hey,
3 balls.
if you ever want some money, come to the games.
Yeah, there you go. Just fetch some foul balls.
Bring your glove. Sit in the stands. Be ready.
3-2, full count. Hanslick, pitch comes, swings and misses, strikes him out. Wait, what?
I believe catcher interference from Brody Thompson there.
It's all walk.
So
Yeah, catcher
Brody
interference.
Thompson's glove was too far out. Getz caught his glove on the swing, and that'll put a runner on first, nobody out.
Well, I thought he struck out just because of the reaction of the crowd, but
Yeah, well, he technically did, but
right, but
he
yeah,
didn't at the same time.
I get what you're saying.
So,
Now this pulls up Cooper Terwilliger, and he's also as well had a big game. He's got 2 hits, 2 singles. Hanzik first pitch, a bunt. Now went down, ran in front of Thompson. So I'll go for a strike.
hoping maybe he doesn't bunt here. Maybe get a roll ball to Aiden Roberts or Blaine Hunt. See if they can turn 2 like they have been most of the night.
Yeah.
Some big plays. That's been helping out a lot.
No balls, 1 strike. No outs. Hanzik pitch comes, and that one down in the dirt, ball 1.
Great block by Brody Thompson.
Yeah, runner holds off on first 2. Keep an eye on second base because I'm not sure. I mean, we could probably possibly see a potential steal here.
Yep. I mean, they haven't been running much at all tonight. Brody Thompson obviously has a great arm.
Yeah. 1-1. Hanzik pitch on a bunt. This one just goes foul to the right side. 1-2 count now.
Hanzik was ready for that one. He came busting off the mound.
Yeah.
Wanted to make the play. It was too far over, but he's got 2 strikes on him right now, so we won't be seeing a bunt. Aiden Roberts gets some more depth.
I mean, he made that pop fly catch to end the 7th, so.
Yeah, he's made about 2 of them now.
Yeah.
So.
1-2 count. Runner on first for Pierre. Hanslik lifts the leg. Pitch comes. Swung. Roberts on third. Throws to second. Reader makes the catch to second. Throw to Steen.
Play.
What a play. 2 down.
Great play by Aiden Roberts. Way to get it over. And Wyatt Reader is pumped up after that one.
I mean, I would be too. How do you not be?
Yeah, I mean, great range from Aiden Roberts. Hugging the foul line. Brings it over to the 5-6 gap. Gets it over to Wyatt Reader, who throws it to Dexter Steen. Dexter Steen makes a tall stretch for that one and keeps his foot on the bag. 2 down.
So 2 down, takes all runners off bases as well. So now this is going to be Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley also having 2 singles today. Hanslik, the pitch comes. This one down. That's going to be for ball 1. 1-0 count. And Thompson, who returns back behind home plate after running or going out in front of the batter. 1-0. Hanslik steps back on the bump. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs following the double play. Hanslik pitch comes as that one for ball 2. And some reaction from the crowd as well.
Maybe they thought that could have been a strike, and haven't heard that much though on the ones that we thought. Haven't heard too much, but that one must have been a lot closer than those other ones.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Hanslik, the righty, releases down in the dirt again, ball 3. So trying to play in some music here, trying to get some more crowd involvement here. Because the next hitter for the Hardhats is going to be Jace Morgan. So
Yep.
he's got to bring something. 3-0 count, 2 down. Hanslik, the pitch, in for a strike.
Hitter thought that might have been a ball. Started taking a few steps towards first base, but Mike Deming with the strike call there.
So 3-1, 2 down, 8 hits for Pierre, 5 for the Hardhats with 2 errors and an error for Post 8 Pierre.
A lot of the Post 22 organization here supporting their Hardhats.
And a miss, strike 2.
Always love to see the younger kids on the team coming out supporting. Obviously, love to see the fans who aren't even a part of the organization here. Obviously, with their support, they are a part of this organization, so love to see it.
So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. This one is popped up high. Reader and Steen both chase after it. Steen waves him off, makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Yep, and there's a little flickering light to the right of us in the booth. And I don't know how that guy's dealing with it, but it's making me mad.
So Hunsley. So he pops to Steen on first. Now, I mean, right here, you just bring in a run, score, Hardhats walk it off.
Yep, and I think crowd would love to see that.
Oh man,
tonight.
that would just put the cherry on top of just this day.
I would love to see it tonight.
I mean, you get a big win, but okay, there's a lot because the no hitter with Moreno.
Yeah.
You get the 5-0 shutout win from Negebauer today. You have the opening ceremonies, the cool flyover,
Yep.
all that stuff. This game you go to extra
Obviously,
innings.
post 22-18U, get a 4-1 win against.
Yeah, gotta show some love for 18U.
Yeah, we get the win against. Who did we play? Scotts Bluff. We get the win against Scotts Bluff. I can't remember the names of all these teams.
I'll say tomorrow at 7 o'clock, the Hardhats play Rocky Mountain. That'll be the last game for tournament play.
Yep.
Until the seeding games happen. That will be on Sunday.
And that one will be back-to-back post 22 games at 18U at 2 o'clock against Huron, and then at 4:30 the 18U play Rocky Mountain, and then at 7 p.m. Hardhats will take on Rocky Mountain as well, so doubleheader for them as well. And yeah.
Alrighty, so Jace Morgan, the crowd cheering loudly, ready here, and the left-handed batter, number 22. Lefty here on the mound. Here comes the first one to Morgan. He'll take it. This one takes a big hop. Rolls all the way back as Carter Johnson, as they wait for him to get that foul ball quickly. And we'll resume play. Next pitch comes down on the dirt again. Goes back behind the catcher. Ball 2.
And here as a hitter, I mean, you're stepping up to the plate. Obviously, you have your cushion, your 2-0 count that you love, but you haven't seen a strike in a while. Obviously, they've grounded out a few times, but I'm waiting here till I get a strike before I swing at anything.
2-0 pitch comes. This one for ball 3. Commanding 3-0 lead for Jace Morgan. Lefty. Pitch comes. Ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. And that's already a runner on base there. So now this is going to pull Carter Johnson up. The right fielder. He does have an RBI today. So he's ready to go. Runner on first and Morgan.
Some fellow national champions down watching the game, coming to support. Obviously, fellow teammate Wyatt Reeder. And
so first pitch here. Johnson kind of show sign to bunt there. He never went, so that's going to go for ball 1. 1-0 count. No outs. I mean, the last 5 pitches, they've been in for balls here in this inning. Next pitch comes. Johnson bunts it straight. Right over to second. The throw to first. Not in time. That one gets around. Johnson's going to run back here to second. And that would be a single, right?
No.
Okay.
So fielder's choice, because they got the guy at second.
Right.
So, fielder's choice by the pitcher there, as Carter Johnson tries to put down a drag bunt, and Jace Morgan out at second base. Ball gets away from the first baseman as Carter Johnson advances to second. So runner on second with 1 out, and Dexter Steen up to the plate.
So 2 errors now for each team. Steen with Johnson on second, and with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Extra innings had to become involved in this game. First pitch, Steen will take for a ball. 1-0 count, 1 out. Johnson on second. Hensley.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get him hyped up here.
Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball 2. 2-0 count.
And now here, since you got 1 out, you're third batter of the inning, take a hack if you get a good pitch.
Exactly. And Johnson, he's got speed. Just, he could tag up if you get it far back enough. 2-0. Hensley pitch comes. Ball 3. 3-0 count lead for Dexter Steen.
And if he walks here, obviously,
I
Brody Thompson out to the plate. We saw what he did last at bat.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can do it again. Won't have to worry about getting out at third because Tater Johnson will be scoring. So we will see what happens here with Dexter Steen.
3-0 pitch comes. That one in for a strike. And,
Pretty
honestly.
And if you get that pitch again, though, you got to take a swing. You got 3-1 count, 1 out.
Hey, I'm
Run
saying
on
that's
second,
a good
gotta
take.
take a risk.
I'm saying that's a good
great take. I mean, 3-0 count, nothing to risk there. Straight team at bat here.
3-1 count with 1 out. Pitch comes. Steen And ball 4.
Inside.
So runners on first and second with only one out. Thompson, and now he's pulled up.
Yep.
And Thompson, his last time up, he hit that deep ball back to.
And I believe substitute hitter Josh Elder is coming up to the plate. Kind of surprising. You think they would leave the righty-lefty matchup? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something happened to Brody Thompson on
Elder,
that last
he's
play.
got power under his swings.
Ooh, could be something wrong with his hand from that catcher's interference. Maybe
Oh,
hurt
yeah,
a little
maybe,
bit.
maybe.
So
All right, so one down. Runners on first and second. First pitch to Elder. He'll take one for strike. And Elder, he played back in game 1 of the doubleheader. Just comes in here to hit for
do not see
Thompson.
Thompson in the dugout right now, so he must be with the trainer. Josh Elder coming in though.
0-1 count. Pitch comes. Johnson takes off to third, and that's going to be wild pitch. Pass ball. So runners advance to second and third. 1-1 count. And right now, I mean, Josh Elder, all you have to do, land this into the outfield, and you just have Johnson tag.
Yep. Oh, and they will intentionally walk
Wow.
him with the bases loaded for Blaine Hunt. Obviously trying to get the force. The double play is in play now. And Wyatt Reeder trying to hype up Blaine Hunt as he steps up to the plate. And
Blaine Hunt.
obviously that last pitch where it kind of got away from the catcher wasn't really a pass ball, but
So look at him now. He's hitting in the right-hander's box.
yep,
He was hitting.
mid-game takes
yeah.
a switch. We'll see what he can do here.
Bases are loaded with one down at the bottom of the 8th. Pitch comes. Hunt takes it. Walk on it. One
Hunt
gun.
has done it. In the left field,
Wow.
it chucks it in as the Hardhats storm out to Blaine Hunt, and they are hyped up.
I cannot
They
believe
bring
it.
out the raw Calhart.
They have walked it off 3-2 in RBI. I mean, who cares? He just walked off.
RBI single.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go, RBI single.
What a game. The
Great
close-
swing by Blaine Hunt. Batting left-handed all game, comes in, takes the right-handed swing, and that is a beautiful swing right in between shortstop and third baseman. Gets the job done there, and man, are they fired up.
So the Hardhats go to 22, 1-1, and now let's decide here. Player of the game, I think this is hands down. Blaine Hunt.
Yep.
There we go. We share the same mind, Bridgeton. Well,
I mean, shout out Luke Hanzik, obviously
Yeah.
shout out Declan Mickley, great pitching today. Only gave up 2 runs. Obviously great swings from Pierre, 8 hits, but not much you can control about that. When a team's on, and Hardhats were able to overcome it. Obviously 3 runs on 6 hits. And
I mean, this is the closest game they've had all year, so this was very fun to be a part of it. So thank you for tuning in with us here on Hardhats TV. We resume back tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Rocky Mountain, or against Rocky Mountain, and there you go.
this is Brixton Steen and Wyatt Simmons with Post 22 Hardhats TV broadcast, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.